It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him.
It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism.
What he means by pessimism is resistance. And that's what COINTELPRO was all about, stopping the resistance.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change.
We hide it in plain sight. One of Plato's greatest works was the allegory of the cave. I feel in order to understand the political matrix, we need only to look into this allegory. We first have to open our minds to the possibility everything is not as it seems. That things we've always known to be truth may be lies. For if we can't perceive the lies we've ingested, we can't see the bars on our mental conditioning. For that is how you walk out of the cave and see the political matrix. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Matrix. I'm your host, Marcus Morpheus Cage, and I'm here with a special friend and colleague starting off the show. Of course, you know, Till will be joining us later, and hopefully one of our other brothers will be able to join. But welcome to the show. Back, you guys already know him, our brother, Natureboy.
What's happening, man? How you doing, brother? Survived last night doing my show, huh? I see.
Oh, yeah.
That was
The best voice out here.
Thanks, brother. Like I said earlier, man, it's my blessing and my curse. The shit that this voice has gotten me into over the years, you don't even want to know. But you know, it's all good. So what's going on here, man? You talked about earlier that there are a few things that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's get it started, man. Get the conversation started. Curious.
So we got a couple of different things that are going on. Of course, this week has definitely been full of news surrounding Trump in some way, shape, or form. So we're definitely going to talk about that. There's been some crazy protests that were going on in the Dearborn, Michigan area. I want to get into that a little bit. There was some interesting stuff that Dave was talking about yesterday that I definitely want to talk about. You guys will hear that. But there's a couple of things I want to hop into first before we get going. Shout out, I see my brother Miguel out there in the chat. Welcome. Glad to see you here. And for those who
You froze up there, Marcus.
Together.
There you go. You're back, brother.
I'm back. Okay.
It's all good.
All right. It's just like as if we were all just sitting around having drinks and having a good time. Join the conversation. Don't be too shy to jump in. And if you have any kind of questions, you have anything that you're like, yo, this thing was going on. What do you guys think about that? Feel free to jump in and ask us any questions and bring up any topics that you would like to hear us talk about that we're not talking about. I see Tom out there also. What's up, Tom? Let me put him on the screen. Oh, that's right. Let me change that. Put that on the screen also.
Master Roshi's in the room, brother. Master Roshi's out there. Cool.
Nice. So one of the first topics that I want to bring up that caught my attention, since we both live out here in California, figured it'd be interesting to just bring up, you know, this little bit of news, which it may not be impactful to everybody else, but who's running to replace Newsom?
Oh.
And so right now, so far, we have Adam Swalwell, Tom Steyer, billionaire Tom Steyer is entering the race. Both of them ran in the presidential midterms. Against Biden. Both of them ran. You got former Congresswoman Katie Porter. You have Secretary Xavier Becerra. We also have former Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa. We also have former state comptroller Betty Yee, which, if I'm not mistaken, she was tied up in some scandals that were reported, a couple years back.
Yeah, I remember that name.
Stephen Klubeck, and a real estate developer and billionaire. All of these people have launched their campaigns, and I guess superintendent of public instruction Tony Thurmond. So, any of those names jump out at you and catch your attention?
Let me go over this list here.
Yeah.
Antonio Villaraigosa. I remember him when he first ran for the mayor of LA in the early 2000s because I was doing a political website and I modeled it after the one that he was using. Betty Yee, nothing that pops into my brain as far as corruption, but something in the back of my brain says, yeah, I've heard some nasty stuff about her.
I'm gonna look up and see if it's the same lady I'm thinking.
Stephen Kloback, clueless. I
Okay,
don't
yeah,
know.
not
Are these
apologies.
all
Wrong
Democrats?
wrong lady I brought up.
Okay,
This
cool.
is just the
Oh, good.
Democratic side.
Oh, these are just Democrat. And then who's the token Republicans, man?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I'm pretty sure what's his name is running again. What is his name?
I knew
Black
who I
guy.
think they should bring out. I just thought about this. Let me interrupt for a second. They need to bring out Slawway or Sleestack, the cat that just tried to run for governor of New York. Bring him out here, quick residency, make him a carpetbagger. If we're going to go
talking
Republican, shit, that's about as token as you get. Yeah.
Let's see what the Republican candidate
Guardian Angel guy that tried to run the Republican ticket for the city of New York, probably the most strongest financial capital in the world. And the best the Republicans can do is bring out a character, not even a character like him. Sorry.
Yeah,
can you tell I have a sour taste on
honestly,
partisan politics?
I'm looking for. I'm having a hard. Oh, there we go. We got Chad Bianco, which Bianco has served as Riverside County Sheriff since 2019. He's a well-known figure in law enforcement community. We have. Oh wow, I did not. This is a humdinger here. Steve Hilton. Hilton is a former Fox News host and vocal supporter of President Trump. Hilton still contributes to Fox News. He is British and became a U.S. citizen in 2021. So obviously, he became a citizen just for this. And the long shot that I see here, Green Party, Butch Ware is running also.
Butch Ware.
He doesn't have a shot in hell, but Butch Ware ran actually as a VP candidate on part of the Green Party in 2024 for president.
Yeah,
but
I already know.
that's
I already know who I'm voting for. So, for me, this is just minutia.
I'm voting for nobody. That's who I'm voting for.
I'm voting for Gomez, Steve Poikinen's pitbull.
Oh, Steve's dog. Hey,
Gomez
I don't blame
governor.
You know Gomez what? I can definitely get behind that candidacy. I can definitely get behind that.
I voted for him for president. So every time he comes on screen with Steve, I'm like, hey, my president's there, man. Taking good care of my president, aren't you? Taking good care of my president.
But I mean, wow. For those who don't understand California politics and don't understand why I'm even bringing this up when we talk about everything and everywhere, because California was it the 6th largest economy in the world? And so whoever the governor of California is going to have an impact on you one way or another, whether you realize it or not. Villaraigosa is a very interesting one. And that's who I would say, if I had to bet money on who I think had a strong chance, that's what I would put most of my money towards. Either him, Tom Steyer, or sadly enough, Swalwell, which he has his hands in enough pots where he got the donors backing him, and Tom Steyer has enough money on his own. Hilton is going to garner a lot of the whole, a lot of people who are maybe center right, but the state is just too dominant to, establishment Democrats and with the whole gerrymandering, I don't see a reality where a Republican wins California anytime soon, especially what's went on with the Trump administration. I think he's really put a bad taste in anybody's mouth for any Republicans, even if they're nothing like, anybody who's even close to the Trump administration. I just think that it's just done too much damage to the brand.
I think so. I think that, but to me, you and I both know that it's all a show, a giant stage drama for the plebes, the publics. These major elections are already pre-decided a long time ago. The scripts are laid out, and that's just how it rolls with these large campaigns. People have for years have been telling people about this and saying, dude, it's all rigged, man. How can you rig a presidential election? I said, simple, resource allocation. What? You got the guys in rooms and saying, okay, we got candidate A, we got candidate B. Now we got to put on a good show, but we're only going to give candidate A this much money, or this much airtime, or this much positive publicity. Now, where we're going to throw our resources is candidate B. He's a little slicker talking, a little bit easier on the eyes, hell of a lot more corrupt, but it doesn't matter because we own both candidates. But this is how it's going to roll. And the people are out there and they think that they're doing their power and they're electing a president. And they're really not. They're being useful idiots, forgive the term, in a stage play that's scripted and presented to them by professionals. And ultimately, it's run by blood-sucking pedophiles.
Yeah. I mean, more and more, it's harder to get away from that.
Yeah, you were speaking about, since we're on California politics, it popped in my brain. When I first moved back down here from Seattle back in 2001, my next door neighbor was a political consultant and a data guy. And one of his services for hire was ruining people's lives politically. And he was a professional at it. I have seen him do it more than once, and it's scripted. It's like a hitman gets a hit, and he fulfills the hit regardless of who the hit list is, as long as the check clears. And he told me this, and I've seen him ruin people's lives professionally, and I've also seen him ruin people's lives personally, who just put their chest out and thought they're going to screw over Mr. Rick, right? But that's just the backup of who this cat was. In the 90s, he was really involved with the Willie Brown campaign. That's the young Gavin Newsom and his best friend, whose name's Mike, right? And for the record, he was a man of color. He was the one I was telling you about the other night that says, I don't care about trash, white trash, black trash. And boy, the stories that they told were nefarious. And it's kind of like I just kind of moved in, getting to know these cats. So I took everything with a grain of salt. Now, here's the story that clued me in on what they're talking about is not bullshit. Slightly exaggerated, maybe, but not bullshit. This is alleged out there. No, this is just a story that was related to me. So take it for what you will, everybody out there, especially the hate listeners. And this is you. We're on YouTube, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll not try to get you canceled. I will use, let's just say, some pseudonames. But there's Willie Brown, and for those out there who don't know the history of Willie Brown, for the longest in the 80s and the 90s, and probably a little bit in the 2000s, he was politically one of the strongest, most powerful people in the state of California.
Hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. Don't forget it. Bringing to the stage, my lovely co-host,
the baby.
Miss Teal.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, gorgeous? How you doing? Let the party begin, baby doll. Let the party begin.
I say only rule I'm probably have for Teal. I'm like, you got to eventually start coming on camera.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
look,
you
face,
got
baby
too
doll.
many fans out there
I know.
who want to
Y'all are
see
gonna
your
be
pretty
so
face.
y'all are gonna be so excited. Next Saturday, I will be able to because I will officially be done with my first semester of working for the school system, which means that I've made it through the gauntlet. They have stopped looking at my Facebook. They have stopped stalking me.
Oh, good. So that's why you've been going incognito and
Yes,
alone,
because
I
I've got
get it.
I had to make sure I didn't have any weirdos at my job like monitoring my social medias and finding this by accident. So that's why I've been doing my Ike Turner. And like if they catch me, if they can put 10 and 10 and get 35 by knowing like this is connected to that and connected to this and connected, you deserve it. But now that I've gotten through my first semester, I'm under the radar, nobody's bothering me. I'll be able to come on camera soon.
No.
And my birthday's coming up. So yeah, y'all gotta see me on my birthday.
Uh-oh.
My birthday's on a Saturday.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh shit.
You gonna
them
dress
Virginia
up for us,
streets
baby
gonna be
doll?
in trouble.
They
Yeah.
really are. But what were y'all talking about? Who was y'all talking about?
We're talking about California politics and just the slime baggery of it. I had a next door neighbor when I first moved down here like 25 years ago. That's a political consultant. In the 90s, he was involved in that San Francisco Gavin Newsom, Willie Brown milieu. So,
Oh no.
oh yeah. So here's what I was telling you about. To get back to the story, here's how I knew that the story was legit. What they were telling me about it, because Mike was one of Willie Brown's fixers, by the way, and there was a party that was held by Willie Brown's political advisor and right-hand man. I'll leave his last name. His Mr. Jack was his. Let's refer to him as that. Well, Mr. Jack was an AIDS-infested pedophile. I do not mean that hyperbolically. He was HIV and he was a known pedophile. So he has a birthday party one night. Big affair. And in this birthday party, they had a room with a bunch of glory holes in it. And for those out there, I will not get graphic, but if you want to find out what I'm talking about, go out and research it, and it will turn your stomach. And on the other side of these glory holes were a lot of Kendrick Lamar's Striking a Note type.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Now I see why you need to be careful. Okay, got you.
Right. So this is the story that they told me. And Mike says, yeah, the only reason I think I'm alive is I got a roll of film that they don't want to come out. And, but that's what he told me, grain of salt. But the story goes on. So I'm like, whoa. This is like, whoa. So about that, at that time, I was doing a lot of volunteer work for a homeless teen organization in Sacramento. Beautiful programs run by a couple nuns. And one of the counselors there was a reformed drug addict on the street, the whole 9 yards. When you look at, what's the worst case scenario for somebody living on the streets? Well, she fit that scenario, but she cleaned herself up, got educated, got a degree, and now she's a counselor. God has a way of turning scoundrels into angels. Ain't that right, baby doll? Ain't that right? Yes, Teal, that was meant for you.
Love that.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, I was from San Francisco, and I'm hearing her story. And I'm like, hey, I heard this funky thing not long ago. Let me run it by you. So I told her the story. And she says, I remember that party. I think I got some kids for it too, was her response to me. This is, huh?
I said, are you fucking kidding me?
No, this is her response. And it sent chills down my spine because these are people that have no connection. None. And she just completely confirmed what Mr. Mike just told me that they used to do in the 90s in that milieu. And then the stories went on and on and on. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm looking at the people running our state thinking, boy, I had a low opinion of them then. And I got a lower opinion now. Well, part of those was a young and up and coming coke snorting pervert named Gavin Newsom.
Oh no.
And the stories about him and his meanderings and his little behaviors, I'm like, whoa, that's a creep. And it wasn't long after that he ran for the mayor of San Francisco. I think he was probably already running for the mayor around that time, because early 2000s, or was a mayor. And then lieutenant governor, and now governor. And I guess the long and short of it is having a glimpse of how this state politics really run. And then, like we were talking about earlier, Marcus, how the stage play of these political dramas are given to the people gives me a wide range of views, so that when I see what is being presented to us, it is as clear as day, the lies, the propaganda, the techniques that are being used for ultimate mind control, because they're rigging an election on the people, man. And at the same time, and I'll conclude it with my rant with this, is I look out and I see how damn effective it is working in the general public.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like I look at it like this. It makes sense. What, like, going to what Tom is saying, you look through different, governments. You go to the Greeks, you go to the Romans. I mean, you can even go to the Persians. They had their time period where they were doing the same things. And then you reference to America, they're all messing with what we say, lowercase letters. And so, if you guys know your music scales, we'll just go there, A, B, C, D, E.
Yes. Yes.
But they're all doing this stuff, and I was like, so why would all these people want to be into it? And it's like, maybe something about getting to that level.
No.
You buy into that theory that Plato and Socrates were saying about the highest level of enlightenment. And so that's maybe how they get some of these people into it. But I know that how this is going to work out here, and especially I knew Gavin Newsom is actually. Let me put a pin in that and go to what this comment here says. Miguel says, he says, by the way, it seems Trump is paving the way for Newsom, just like Bush did for Obama. History repeats itself. And just how Bush tanked the economy, it made Republicans so distasteful that there was no way a Republican was going to win. And it looks like Trump is following suit now, doing it in a very different way. But man, oh man, the parallels are crazy. It definitely has to do with bloodlines. Oh, I definitely agree. But Till, your thoughts?
Well, I don't like any politician that come out of California, because I always thought that they were kind of like, okay, and Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you live in Cali, and Marcus, I know you're from the East Coast, so you'll probably understand. Like, we're used to the Gotham City, slumlord as politicians. You know what I'm saying? East Coast, we're used to like Mayor Eric Adams. You know what I'm saying? You can look at him and know he a slime ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mayor in New York, you probably the penguin. When I look at Gavin Newsom and I look at like Portland's, I really don't even see Portland's government at all, in my opinion. But like, when I think of that little strip of Washington, Oregon, and Cali, why the fuck do y'all even have politicians? Is my thing. Y'all got drugs on the streets rampant. Y'all can go anywhere. It's like Philadelphia times on steroids. It always felt as if those states were like the intro states of being their own country, and they just let motherfuckers do whatever they want. It just gave me a free-for-all vibe. So seeing someone as clean cut, now here you go. The patrons of these states are not all of them, don't get me wrong, and I don't mean this to offend anybody. But the patrons of these states all give me Figaro Ave, all give me Skid Row. You know what I'm saying? Catch my vibe? Like, it's giving. Yeah, but the fucking politicians are polished.
Oh, they're Figueroas too.
You know what I'm saying? But they clean hoes. It's like when you go pick your prostitute, you know which one gonna give you the one for $25. You can tell she gonna give it to me for $25.
Have you ever seen that old series Deadwood?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, remember the two whorehouses? The one that Swearingen? No, the one that who's the guy that ran Chinatown? Man, Woo, his whores, and then the ones that were at the Bella, the high end ones that Psy had. The gorgeous ones that were clean, that bathed regularly and did all that. Then you see the ones like in swear-gens, those skanky ass ones. That's kind of what I'm hearing from you. And that's the visual that you're triggering, my dear.
Yes, it is, because it is Deadwood over there. It's giving everybody's doing the same shit, just somebody gets to take a shower. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah, I know one of the things which kind of threw me off moving out here is I remember some of the people when I was leaving from Florida, they were like, well, you're moving to the land of the fruits and the nuts. And you get this impression, especially like as I was living in Jacksonville, it's kind of would be kind of considered purple city. You got one half which is kind of more blue, and it's different levels of blue. You got to the moderate, to some of the people who are a little bit more leftist or whatever, and then you got a heavy red contingent, definitely heavy Trump country. That was definitely like Orange County, west side of Jacksonville was definitely like very, very red. And I was assuming that I was going to get out here, and they always talk about how, California, the liberals and leftists, and I'm thinking it would be like left, but it's not. It's like they're Democrats, but you don't have any of that like that real like socialist communist that I thought I would run into. It's just typical pay to play Democratic corruption. They're good old fashioned capitalists who like to smoke a little weed and like some gay stuff. I mean, that's really all it is. But
wait. Were you talking about DC or were you talking about Cali?
I might as well be. I mean, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
But they're so like establishment corporate as can be. That whole illusion that they're these hippie socialists, communists who are trying to take care of everybody and feed them. That's nonsense. They're the type where they're like, let me get out my Kleenex after I just wipe your hands and step over the homeless guy. That's the kind of like Democrats you have here. It is not Greenpeace. Let's just try to save everybody. No, maybe that might be Portland or something, but that definitely ain't in Cali.
You got a lot of people out here that are the Democratic. Well, let me start with this. The majority of the state, when you look at it from a pure geographical viewpoint, is red.
Yeah,
it's just the major population centers, which is your LAs, your San Franciscos, your Sacramentos, and stuff like that, and of course up like New Kaya and along the coast, the little cities. But once you get past that, it starts getting red really quick. But the problem is that when you look at it from a population standpoint, it's all blue. All the major population centers where the vote really counts are all blue. That's why it is what it is.
Even that, what surprised me about the blue, like I'll take the blue that lived in Jacksonville. I'll take blue that I saw in Tampa or Miami or Chicago or Kansas City or in the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes area. They're more engaged and more they know what's going on local stuff and national stuff, and they're kind of more in the loop. Whereas out here, it blew me away how many of them literally don't know anything about anything, and they're just, I'm voting for whoever I see a D. That's all I'm voting for. I don't know any of the policies. I don't know nothing about these people. I don't care to know anything about these people. No. And like there's like how you have that whole audience who's maybe they're watching, even though I can't stand them, but some MSNBC, they ain't watching none of that stuff. They're not paying attention to anything. No. They'll just wait, and then they'll come out and they'll vote for whoever has a D next to their name.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Democrats out here, a lot of them, there's so much, they're almost NPC-like. And virtue signaling. They have a lot of opinions. They have a big voice, but they don't have a lot of knowledge when it comes down to facts or information, but they think that they do. Case in point, the COVID or the C years. All right. The boop time, brother. The boop.
Yeah, we call it the plague.
Yeah. So
plague was going on.
Here's here is a little story, if you don't mind me telling it, personal, about the boop boop years and the brainless mind control people that are Democrats. I was heavily involved with the arts community here for like 15 years. I was producing concerts, festivals, shows, club gigs, educational programs. I had gigs going all over the place. I was an MC. You know, I got real lucky because of this stupid ass voice and a tad bit of talent, which, by the way, I discovered through the NAACP. Thank you, Black community. I rock.
Hold on, can I pause for a second? When people hear you on my show, sometimes I just play it in the background. They ask if you're Black, and I'm like, child, yes.
Yeah, hey, I could
white chocolate in the house.
Yeah, okay. I tell
yo,
them,
baby, what you talking about?
The voice matches the carpet. Okay.
Yeah, the voice matches the carpet. What? I got me little Hillary's hot sauce in my backpack here.
Got Barry White's adopted brother.
Hello.
I call him Harry White. I've always loved. Hey, baby, how you doing tonight? And if I had a little bit of rhythm, I could sing you a tune. I could send you to dreamland, sweetheart.
We might have to start putting him on like our late night show.
Yo, for real.
Yeah, it's a stupid.
For real. I almost want to play that thing. You know what? Hey, this is all you need to say. Say The Quiet Storm. I want to hear it.
A Quiet Storm.
Oh, got it. Nailed it.
Oh, you sampled that. All right, cool. Man.
Okay, sorry, Dave. You can finish your story. My apologies.
No, okay. So let me take my nicotine gum out of my mouth. I'm still a junkie on nicotine, but I quit smoking about 3 or 4 years ago. So here's what happened with all the brain dead Democrats. Okay. In rolls the boop boop, right? And I went from what I just described to you. You know, I have just record, not bragging. But when I mean emceeing, I mean not in the hip hop form, by the way. I mean in public speaking. So
Master Ceremonies. Gotcha.
Master Ceremonies, exactly. So, you know, I have 30 plus Grammy Award winners under my belt, handful of Emmy Award winners. And that was going great, dude. And then the boop boop time came and I'm like, yo, no, nah, I'm going to wait, y'all. So I says, hey, man, you know, if you want to take it, take it. If you don't. It's all cool with me. I don't care. But I'm just going to hesitate a little bit. I became a social pariah.
Oh yeah.
Here's something to reinforce it. And I did a lot of volunteering, and I was volunteering for a local blues society. And in 2019, and I still consider this an honor. I got the Volunteer of the Year award. Okay, really cool plaque. And almost 3 weeks to the day of getting that award at an award ceremony, and by the way, I was the standing MC for that award ceremony for a long time. I got a call from the promoter, and I know it wasn't her decision, but it was her call to make because she was the producer. And she says, "Yeah, David, you can't MC this award ceremony." And I was expecting it, right? I was waiting for the call, so I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." Well, why not? Well, yeah. The venue has the restrictions of vaccine only, and because, well, you know, you're unvaccinated. Sorry, there's nothing I can do. That's kind of the speech, and I'm like, okay, well, Sally, I'm sorry to hear that. And at that point, and I was already a social pariah for that. But to go back to, that's what happened to me. Now, to take a visualization at that segment, which is about 80% of my social group, looking at them, they were virtually all Democrats. A lot of them worked for the state. And they bit on to that. They grabbed that glass of Kool-Aid and they guzzled it down, then asked for more and asked for more. And I'm looking at these people, and some of them were even afraid to be in my presence during this time. So this brain set of that as a microcosm of the Democratic mind in this. They're not Democrats, they're not liberals. Most of them are NPC collectivists. When it comes to government, it's government everything. Government will do this, government do that. I don't like this government, the collectivists. But they don't realize it and they call themselves Democrats. They're low knowledge people, but very, very high opinion.
Compliant.
Very compliant.
Very compliant. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing a lot of the people where they're wearing their masks in the car by themselves. Like I still see people now out here who are still riding around with a mask on in their car by themselves. I'm like, you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to? And the crazy part to me was how many of those same people, when it was under the Trump administration and it first came out, and a couple politicians said, I'm not getting that, that Trump,
even the president,
I'm not putting that Trump stuff in my body. And
I'm going to wait.
Watch all of those people say the same thing and then turned on a dime as soon as Biden was in power.
And then all the people that were their followers, their sycophants, went from, I'm not putting Trump juice in there, I'm trusting the science, to, hey, where do I get my my boop boop? Oh, hey, boop boop, boop boop's good. Boop boop's good. Now that it's brain dead Biden's boop boop, boop boop's good. Well, It goes back to, and I think we've maybe even discussed it, I've discussed it many times, about how these social engineers, how brilliant they are, and that how they can switch a narrative on its head. One of them, okay, since we're talking about Orange Jesus, right? The false prophet and Judas Goat, in my opinion. Let's talk about just the Butler, Pennsylvania incident. Okay.
Yeah.
Up until that, he was a social and political pariah globally, man. Everybody hated to hate him. People loved hating him. They had hate parties just so they can all get around and hate him together.
Yeah.
In the time it takes for a 5.56 to go 200 yards, he went into an unstoppable political force globally, instantly. And that's how fast they can flip a narrative. Look at Elon. He was the less darling child. I mean, every left, especially in California, holy crikeys, these virtual signaling brain dead Democrats, we're sucking up Tesla's left and right. Elon's going to save the world mentality. Then he jumps on the Trump train and he becomes a social pariah. And I got this Tesla before Elon went crazy and all this stuff. And now your guy instantly went from your hero, your savior, to your villain, like that. And you don't even know why. You just know now you hate him. It goes back to 1984, the 2 minutes of hate. It's just like, oh, good God.
Because I didn't like Elon before.
Yeah.
I didn't like Elon before he switched, teams. And it's kind of ironic how you watch some of these people. If there's somebody who they trust, they defer all their thinking and judgment to that person and just go with it. And you see that with the people who are the Biden supporters. You saw that Obama had a contingent. The reason why I think Trump gets more attention with his is because I think his people are far more dedicated and more outspoken than the others, where the Biden sycophants, what they would do, and they knew they were kind of in the wrong, they just kind of just bury their head a little and get a little quiet.
Well, he's the best version of Biden that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, they just get a little quiet, whereas the Trumpers are like, well, I honestly feel like there's certain things that could come out with a Biden, even with the Bush people. I think Trump is a kind of unicorn in this sense, where I literally think he could get away. There's some things that he could do that no other person that I've ever seen in politics be able to get away with. I mean, some of the stuff he's already getting away with it, but I literally think he could be on camera, or we could all be standing there watching him, and he could literally commit murder on like a 10-year-old, and people would be like, I mean, that 10-year-old had it coming.
Don't you remember his quote that he said years ago? He says, I am so famous that I could shoot somebody in the face on Fifth Avenue and my supporters would still love me. Something along those lines. He said it, and then you're right.
He's a better Nixon than Nixon.
Yeah. Well, he's when you look at his resume, you know, he has a long IDBM. He had one of the most successful television shows ever in television history.
Right.
He is part of the WWE Hall of Fame.
Jesus.
He is a very good actor in his own right. When, you know, it's like when people say, oh, he's an idiot, look at how he speaks. Coming from somebody who has a lot of public speaking experience and knowledge, I'm like, no, he's a master at what he does. That the way he speaks is masterful. Now it's in a very vulgar tone and a very vulgar tongue, but it's masterful. So the guy knows what he's doing when it comes to that. And that's part of being a good actor, to be able to look into the camera or somebody's eyes and convince them that they are the person that that person at that moment wants to see. If you can do it and master it, like a guy like Trump or Obama, oh, good God, Obama could make a camera just get wetter than you know what, then you can manipulate and control untold masses. And that's just how the game of power works, and how effective it is, and how it's so subtle nobody's even knowing it's being done to them. They're just quietly being lulled into a trance.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Tube.
What?
From the boob tube.
The boob tube, yeah.
It's the boob tube trance.
Yeah.
And like, even though, like you said, oh, you know, Trump can, you know, woo the panties off a bitch just so he can grab their coochie.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of this master plan that we got going on. Cause like I just found out that who sent JD Vance to law school? Did I send that to you, Marcus?
You talking about Peter Thiel?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers in cahoots, all of the cahoots that they're in, it's insane. It really is insane. Like, god damn, bro. Everybody.
Well, it's when you start peeling back the onion and kind of following the money, so to say, the connections are almost unbelievable at first, but when you get them verified, they're almost mind-boggling. You're like, really?
Yeah. That
cat got money from that cat, and this motherfucker's funding this cat, and this cat's doing this cat, and these people are part of the same social club. Really? Oh, what did they do at that social club out there in the Redwoods 2 weeks a year?
That giant owl out there.
Right. You know, this is interesting. A lot of rabbit holes. Now, the thing is to a normal audience, to the plebes, if you will, the normies, this type of talk sounds unbelievable, outrageous, crazy. Get your tinfoil hat on, because you're a batshit crazy conspiracy theorist. Because I'm a Democrat, I own a Tesla, and I listen to NPR.
Yeah, learn to trust nobody. That's the best way to go about it. Circling back to what we were saying about the elections. Now that I think about it, when Dave started talking about how in California politics, well, just politics in general, how they have their winners picked, I can already tell you, outside of a handful of those that I don't really know much about, like I said Betty Yee at first, but I'm like, no, she's not the same person that I did that one story on. So I don't know anything about her. It's like one or two that I don't know anything about, but majority of the rest of them, I could literally show you. They got funded by this person, they're funded by this person, they're funded by this person, they're funded by this person, and you go down a whole checklist. And so you know, okay, these people are the approved candidates
Yeah.
that are allowed to, they've met all the checkpoints to be in this race. So it doesn't matter which one of these guys that they get, they're still getting their guy or girl.
Yeah. It's like the Rothschild theory. You fund both sides, man. If you do that, you always win. You always win.
Now they fund all sides.
Right, exactly.
So if a third party cops up and they start getting a little bit of smoke, that's the same thing happened with the, knock my camera all loose and everything. See,
I got all
excited.
I hate it.
See my that's what I'll say. I got my door right there.
Peek behind your green screen. Wow, man, like the Wizard of Oz and stuff, man.
Well, I guess, dang, too bad whatchamacallit is not watching Tokyo Shemp, who used to believe that we're like scripted and we're all sitting in some like Hollywood lot. And I really wanted to actually meet the guy because I feel like his theories are amazing and I love them. They're so impressive. But I guess let me move on to this next story because I'm so glad that Teal is here because this is right up her alley. Right up your alley. Let me find it first, though. Sorry. I guess you can go in and carry on whatever you were saying before I interrupted. But let me find that story. No, not the billionaire activist. But this one, let's see, come on, click. There it is. So I guess let me share my screen with you all. Because Teal, I already know this is about to get you fired up, so I'm just giving you a warning, give you a precursor.
Trigger warning.
Do not harm anybody around you when you hear this one. EPA just approved new forever chemical pesticides for use on food.
They're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us.
I told you you were gonna be hot over this next story. The Environmental Protection Agency is moving forward with approvals for pesticides containing forever chemicals as an active ingredient, dismissing current concerns about health and environmental impact raised by some scientists and activists. This month, the agency approved 2 new pesticides that meet the internationally recognized definition for per and polyfluoro. I practiced this earlier and I still can't say it.
Which one?
Polyfluorochemical substances, also known as PFAS, or fluorinated substances. So basically, highly fluorinated substances that they're going to be putting in these pesticides that they're going to be putting, basically on crops, and has announced plans for 4 additional approvals. The authorized pesticides,
cyclobutyfluoram.
Thank you.
No problem.
And going ahead for the other one.
Isocycloserum.
Yeah. Which was approved Thursday. Will be used on vegetables such as romaine lettuce, broccoli, and potatoes.
Okay, can we pause right there? Let me go ahead and tell you about these chemicals now.
Yes. Go for it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so when you breaking words down and they start making all these goddamn big ass science words and everything, you gotta everything's broken down about how many times it replicates, how many atoms is connected to it, etc. Anything that starts with bi is 2, psi is going to be multiple. Yeah, that's multiple. So there's multiple atoms that are connected to create this butyrifuram. Okay, so iso means that it's isolating these particular 4+ atoms to create this serum that they have in the second one. Cool. All right. Now, the fact that they are using this on vegetables such as romaine lettuce, broccoli, and potatoes. What does that mean? That means that they are going to fuck the ground that these things grow on. That's it. The pesticides are going to get in the ground. And so even though the first set of crops, they might have sprayed it and maybe they didn't hit all of them. So the 3 pieces of broccoli we eat, let's say Dave's didn't get no pesticide on it. So Dave might not grow a third fucking eye, but Marcus and I would go a third eye. But the next round of broccoli that comes out of that same fucking spot that Dave didn't get sick off of, now that bitch is fucking contaminated because the fucking ground is going to be contaminated.
Forever.
There we go. And that's how the forever chemical becomes forever.
There's no turning back once it's put on. It's like once you put the boop boop in your right arm, and there's no turning back.
No.
It's
now
none.
they're putting the boop boop in the food.
And what that leads to is now farmers in those areas can no longer grow those crops. So that means you will have to import it.
Yes. And broccoli already coming from
Mexico.
Also
killing the economy.
Well, hey, at least all them damn illegals ain't got no reason to be here. Maybe they'll just self-deport the way on back home, like Trump done said.
Exactly, Yonina. Exactly. Yes. So, and that's the thing.
Now, can we really talk about how this is really going? All right. So this is such a bigger problem. And this started in 2021. Well, it actually started pre-2020, but we're just going to say 2021. All right. Now, if y'all know anything about white Democrats, white people trying to, make themselves live longer, they found out they're a fucking minority, the whole birth rate going down, blah, 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 blah. All the white people got scared that their fucking race was going to go away, right? Boom. They became vegans. Okay. First it started with gluten, then they became vegans. And you know what happened? They were too busy talking shit, letting too many motherfuckers know that putting these weird ass chemicals in your meats. Don't eat the meats. Now they got on TikTok, talk too motherfucking much. Now black people vegans. Now Mexicans are vegans. Now we're all fucking vegans. Now we're all trying to eat our vegetables, trying to all get our good grassy fruits. And then you know what they did? They started fucking spraying our fucking vegetables. So in 2021, there was an uptick of salmonella and E. coli on vegetables. I wonder the fuck why. They'll tell you, oh, it was contaminated water. How is contaminated water even? How can you even do that? Because if you know anything about food, y'all know me. I'm the food scientist when it comes to this motherfucking show. When it comes to this, you have to have irrigation systems set up so that you don't have a thing called what anybody else would call backwash. We call it backflow. You have to have
you got to have runoff.
Thank you. You have to have runoff. Come on, y'all. If y'all know anything about fucking making sure that you don't drink nasty poop water, you understand your shit has to be separate. You have to have runoff. How is the runoff getting put back into the same water that they were spraying these fucking plants with? There's no way salmonella should be on romaine lettuce. Where's that runoff coming from? How are you getting contaminated water from a chicken feed plant? How are you spraying contaminated water on fucking crops and giving out salmonella? Then it got better. Boom. I shouldn't say better, it got worse. Then it got worse because then spinach, which is a crop that needs very little pesticides. Okay? Spinach is a very low, you can grow that shit on the side of your house. Spinach is easy to grow, needs very little pesticides, okay? Boom. How does that get listeria? Now, where do you get listeria? Listeria comes from fucked up meat too. Mainly shellfish. But what does listeria do? It doesn't kill, it kills a wild demographic, but a very small population. It has a very low kill rate, but it can kill. It only fucks with women that are pregnant and their babies. Healthy adults can catch listeria, pass it, and nothing's wrong. Like you can, it can pass through your system like a GI bug. Okay, you want to know something? Since I ain't talking about apple juice, people, I might even be able to do this for you. Give me one, because I'm not playing with y'all today. Okay, y'all gonna have to see my face right now. Hey y'all.
No, you can go ahead.
There you are, looking good, baby. Love the glasses.
Thanks. Got new glasses. So listeria was out here on this spinach, killing women that were pregnant and having them miscarry their babies, and their babies were dying. All in 2021 and 2022.
I get a hint of little eugenics going down on that shit.
There we go. There we go. So, boom. Now let's fast forward. Now we got recall after recall after recall after recall. A lot of most of the recalls that have been happening have been on grains, very little vegetation groups in the more recent months, and a lot of cheese. A lot of dairy products. Okay, cool. We can get rid of the dairy. We can leave some gluten alone. They was like, nah, we got to start killing y'all niggas again. Here it is. Right there. They're going to start killing us again.
Yeah. That's as Henry Kissinger said, food is a weapon, man.
Yes, it
food as a
is.
weapon. And it's always been historically used as a weapon. When back in the old medieval days, when one king would go through and wipe out another king's villages and properties, one of the things they would do after they killed everybody and had their fun with the women and the children is they'd go out and they'd salt their fields.
Hey,
Their fields, man.
Bacon's Rebellion is my favorite.
That's biblical.
Civil right. Yeah, Civil War. My favorite part of the Civil War, besides not Andrew Jackson. Stonewall Jackson getting shot by his own man. That shit pissed me off. I mean, he was on the bad team, but I always thought that was wild. He got shot by his own man and died. But Bacon's Rebellion. Remember when fucking Nathaniel Bacon got a wire hair up his ass? He said he was gonna beat everybody ass, and he was beating everybody ass.
And
what did he do? And what did he do before he left? Set they shit on fire. You're not growing shit on this land. After I'm done, I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'm fucking burning your house down.
Okay.
My favorite part of the entire.
It's funny. I just listened to Don Jeffries' I Protest, and he had I forgot the cat's name, but just a total like historian, and they were talking about Bacon's Rebellion and how he went in and they did some funky shit. And he says, "Yo, that ain't happening." The guy militia went in there, whooped their asses, kicked the fuck out of there, and then when power changed, and then the fucking Brits came back, and the guys that he just kicked his ass out and get the fuck out got in power. Then he went after him and all his boys. It was really an interesting story. It was pre-revolution, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was whooping ass.
Till. Yeah. There's more. Yeah. I gently, break this to you. Here's the next part, which I read. The agency also announces plans to relax a rule requiring companies to report all products containing PFAS and has proposed weakening drinking water standards for the chemicals. Many fluorinated compounds registered or proposed for U.S. pesticidal use in recent years offer unique benefits for farmers, users, and publics. EPA spokesman Brigitte Hirsch said in a statement.
Oh, bet you that bitch ain't eating none of that. I bet that bitch is pure organic. Wow.
And all this isn't Biden. Some of this, all this isn't Trump. Some of this goes back to Biden. Because if you skip down, this was under.
My homegirl. Yeah. So I like eating shit from. Oh, y'all gonna be like, oh my god, knew it. I like getting my shit from Japan. Okay, I specifically order some items from overseas. I don't blame you. I eat overseas food. I pay the extra bread spread. I don't care. So there's these Hello Kitty oodles and noodles that I like. I'm a little hood baby. I love me some oodles and noodles, but I can't eat ours no more. I just can't. So the ones that I get from Taiwan,
I get are Korean.
Yeah, exactly. You hear what I'm saying? I get this Indonesian pack or I get this pack from Taiwan. Okay, cool. Well, the other ones that I got, if I get them in the States, they all have this weird ass label on the back that says, you eat this, you might get cancer. And I'm like, that's wild. I look at the manufacturing place. Why they get manufactured in motherfucking Cali? But the ones that I get from overseas don't have that. The ones I get from overseas got about 6 ingredients. The ones that come from Cali have 16. And then in a little star at the bottom that says, not all the ingredients are on the back of this label, but some of these ingredients can give you cancer.
Wow.
That's
so
why
I can only imagine where some of these, I don't know, EPA ass approved motherfuckers is coming from.
That's why I try to get as close to the source as I can. And God bless Steve Poikonen for turning me on to Texas Slim.
And the beef initiative.
Texas Slim. Shout out the beef initiative.
The bomb.
Get your meats from somebody that care about meats.
I found one of those cats, man. There's a place out here not far from me called Davis Ranch. Everyone knows it as Slew House. And it's a huge farmer's market that's been around for God knows how long. And a few years ago, they started raising and slaughtering their own beef. And they got a dude that's out there, and he's got this trailer, and he sells frozen fish and then locally harvested from Slew House and local ranchers meat. And he's got the whole gamut. He's got the beef, he's got pork, He's got pork sausages. He has chicken. He has lamb, and all of it's locally harvested and locally sourced. And it's real meat. This type of stuff our parents and grandparents grew up on. I'm here to tell you, it is the bomb. And even considering that it's a little bit more expensive, some of the more primer cuts are, they're pricier, but the quality in the nutrients that you get from it are amazing. My body feels the difference. And then also because it's so much more nutrient dense, I really don't eat as much. And here's an example. I used to make half-pound hamburgers. Even that 92% stuff you get down at your local grocery store. And I'd have to eat a lot of it because, it would fill up my gut, but my body was like, yeah, you need a little bit more fat or protein, where the hell it was. These, no, I do a quarter pound and I'm good on a quarter pound. So I'm eating less. And then when you look at the prices in the grocery stores, man, for, like a grass-fed hamburger, it's $10 a pound, $10 a pound. And it's $9 a pound out there at Davis Ranch. So, and then, I live out here because we have a year-round growing season. So I can get pretty good, source of local vegetables, depending on the harvest season out here. And I love going out to the local fruit stands, little private ones, the farmers markets, and getting as much as I can from them. Now, I'm not going to be a purist, just I only shop I take my Tesla out on Saturday. I only shop at the farmers markets and I get my beef at Slough House. No, that's not what I'm saying, but I try to do it as much as I can because the shit that's coming down in this industrialized food processing industry complex, whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about, is looking pretty dire, y'all. I mean, like I was saying them before you came on my show when I was talking about the earbuds and when I got to the military application page, I'm like, oh, by the way, they want to fucking kill us. Oh, did I say they want to fucking kill us? Don't believe me, do you? Click. Let's read through this page, y'all. And they're doing that with the food. They're doing it all around us. I mean, this is a multifaceted attack. It's to the point where it's even getting hard to discern what battles to pick because there's so many coming at us simultaneously.
Yeah, I was thinking that's actually that's the reason why plenty of times I've talked about it plenty of times on the show. Like, I more than likely will be probably retiring out of this country if I make it that far. Because I just want to have the ability to be able to control some of my food. And if I'm able to get to another country where I can have my own little piece of land, I can get my own little seeds and grow my own stuff. And to a certain degree, hopefully be some ability of independence, and that's the goal. Now, granted, I know some people say, well, you can have that here. You don't have to go nowhere else. But I just worry about how much longer before they've done enough messing around with the soil, the pesticides, the seeds, all the stuff that you buy here locally, that even if you do get that plot of land, that any of the things that you purchase, at least here, will be, eventually regulated where you can't get some of this other stuff. And I could see a way where they'll say, you know what? Yeah, I see that all of a sudden people have wised up and now they're buying all their seeds from like Vietnam or something. Well, how about let's make an embargo that you can't get any of that from Vietnam? You get what I'm saying? So just finding ways to try to get away from some of that stuff. And also, I want to get my BYD vehicle eventually. So that's another reason.
What's a BYD vehicle, man?
Oh, you don't know about that? That's the Chinese electrics.
You want an electric
can go
vehicle?
into water. It can drive on water.
Why do you want an electric vehicle, man?
Hey, I just want that one. I realize that they're not. I realize that I'm not one of those people who thinks that in any way that by me getting an electric vehicle or getting that electric vehicle that I'm saving the planet. No, I don't believe any of that. But just the utility of that vehicle
Dave,
It's
it
so
walks on water.
versatile.
It's called Jesus for a reason. It's Chinese Jesus.
It walks on water. It's an
Swear to
amphibious
God.
vehicle.
That bitch
Yeah,
parallel parks
it's
itself.
designed. It's designed if you get into any kind of situation where it's massive flooding or your car goes over the bridge or something. It literally will float on top of the water, and you could drive on top of the water till you get to land.
Told you.
Oh,
They
that's
thought I
sick,
was
dude.
joking.
That's
Exactly.
badass, dude.
It is bad as hell when you see it.
Badass, man.
The fucking
is-
wheels turn so you can parallel park, but it's not even parallel parking because technically it's driving in the parking space just sideways.
Oh, all four wheels turn like
Yes.
this, and it just goes like this.
Yes.
Comes out, they readjust, and you take off.
Yes.
All
And
right.
that bitch is Jesus. It walk on water.
Is Jesus. And maybe Orange Jesus needs to get one of those Chi-Com self-driving on the water cars, baby.
Hell
Dog.
yeah.
And it basically and it comes with, I think, run flats too for
Yeah.
up to like 1,000 miles.
Just in case the Yakuza's after your ass.
Hey, but the people around here will run 1,000 miles on one of those like donut tires. Can you imagine if they had those flats? Oh man, I got 1,000 miles left on it. Come on, baby dog. We've only run
And
we got another 50 miles on these motherfuckers. Come on.
You ain't gotta
and the
talk.
crazy part about it is that same vehicle without tariffs. Do you know how much that vehicle would cost stateside?
Without tariffs, if it was just, hey, let's just a straight thing, probably $14,000.
A little bit more, but you're not far off. Roughly about 35,000.
Also double the cost of your average.
It's full car. It's full luxury. It's full luxury too. Oh, this sucker
Does it give you Hummers?
Like,
you're going down the road and it's self-driving.
This sucker is like lambskin on the inside and like little mini refrigerators and stuff inside the car. I mean,
beer keg and shit.
Badass.
It's self-driving. Fucking officer, hey, one beer.
This sucker is like top notch.
Wow.
And I'm like, if I'm able to get a top notch luxury type vehicle for like 30,000, I mean, when I don't think I'll ever see that living here in the States. So why the hell not?
No, there's a lot of technology that has been invented over the years that would solve a lot of the fossil fuel problems we're suffering from over the years.
Yeah.
And being reliant on fossil fuel and electrical generation processes that are invented around the turn of the century that have not changed. Only the propulsion missions have. Yes.
I'm smart enough to understand how much you're already doing with the batteries alone. How much stuff that you're having to strip, how much of that mining that you're having to strip away from the land in the first place. So for the fossil fuel that you're not using, you're wasting something over here. And that's the thing. There's always a give and get. There's a certain balance. So, okay, you're not using as much fossil fuel. Okay, you're still polluting the atmosphere through all the mining that's going on.
Think about this from one aspect. I'm in the transportation fuel business. It's what I do for a living. Only thing I can say I'm an expert in life is commercial fuel systems.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have an electrical line from the power station to the point of charging, right? The point of sale, it's in the business. There is a 50% energy loss due to heat from those 2 points. So think about this. You fill up a 10,000 gallon diesel tanker to take down to your local gas station, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the time it gets there, it's only got 5,000 gallons. So in order to drive a mile in your little electric car, and this is not to you, Marcus, or to what you call that little cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're now using twice the amount of energy that is required. 50% of it's getting lost, just like the diesel analogy. What if the diesel tanker lost 50%? No, it gives 100%. Now, when it comes to the green carbon footprint of an electrical vehicle, no, they're devastating from point A to point B, from the extraction and child slave labor of the rare minerals that are required to build them, to the added weight of the vehicle, which is another issue in just building roads, because we do that too, roads. And here's a great example: parking structures. Parking structures, when they're engineered out, they're used to a combustion engine, say 3,200 pounds. Okay, that's what they build the specs for, and they beef it up a little bit. But now you're having vehicles that are 4,800 pounds, 6,500 pounds. Now, those same structures, there's a little question about if you were to fill it up, would it still have the same structure integrity? Now, if you wanted to do that, then you'd have to retrofit it. Here's another thing about roads. Roads are designed for trucks and certain usages and weights. We got all these brilliant people that understand this stuff that I do not. Now, with electrical vehicles, because they're now so much heavier, they're impacting and damaging the roads. Now, here's another thing to get back to California bullshit moron politics, right? If there is no road tax paid on electrical vehicle, you get it. So these people are driving these vehicles, which are damaging the roads far more than a combustion engine are not paying any road tax, but they're doing more damage than a combustible engine. But hey, they could also drive in the SUVs lanes with one person in the passenger. They get all these cool little perks. Meanwhile, the people that are buying it are thinking they're saving the world and they're doing such a good thing. But from an objective standpoint, when you step away from the narrative and you look at it, you're like, no, it's completely opposite. From green, no, you're wasting half of your energy just getting it from generation to point of sale. Booyah. And guess what? How are those electrical plants generated? What you call fossil fuel and natural gas. So there, you got all these points that just say, nah, electrical vehicles aren't the panacea of what they should be. Now, with that, I'll leave it on
Tom,
this
my
one.
brother.
What?
Oh, say, Tom is checking out. Make sure you guys after here definitely go over and check out Saturday Night Anarchy. Make sure you guys go and show them some love. We definitely got love for them over here. But and thanks for hanging out with us before the show. We definitely appreciate you.
Yeah.
I love when Tom pops in.
Yeah. I'll see you later on.
I need to get him on. We need to get him on here too one of these days. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't even put the invite out. My apologies.
Well, when you get done with this show, man, hop on, both of you.
I wanted to show you this real quick.
What's that?
Just real quick,
really
so you can see what I'm talking about. My vehicle that I plan to get outside once I get outside the country. Yeah, you see that Mama Gemma right there? He's literally driving it up out of the water. And that's just the in the water. That's not even showing the interior and stuff. It's the U8. That's the one. I mean, you go into it, it's crazy the stuff that's on that vehicle. So I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna be if you're gonna go that whole
EV route.
that whole route, you might as well go on ahead and go all out. And it's in my opinion, it is shitting on Teslas.
Anything shitting on a Tesla right now. I do have a question in reference to the apple juices.
What?
They definitely gonna come up. They're definitely coming up.
Y'all is coming up because I'm a little concerned about this little 33andMe ass fucking states that have picked up these goddamn Israel bans. If you catch my drift, y'all know about them. Like, if you say anything anti-Israel, like the government has the right to wash their hands of you.
You mean revoke your citizenship type stuff?
Not quite there yet, but it could go that way. Give him a little bit more.
You're talking about the anti BDS laws?
Yeah, like you can't say anything negative about Israel. No boycotting Israel. No stating that you would like to boycott Israel. If your company or your business does boycott Israel, then the government will take whatever funding they have away from you and make it very hard for you to continue to have that business in that state.
Didn't Ron DeSantis fly over to Jerusalem to sign a legislation like that a long time ago for the state of Florida?
Yeah, we go. There we
Yeah, he
go.
flew over
And
to
now
sign.
32 other states have followed suit.
Yeah, that to me
You know-
was symbology on high. It's like dude flies over to the apple juice territory, to the capital apple juice, to sign historic anti-BDS or BDSM legislation for the state of Florida. What was really being said by that act, and what's really being done that we don't know, y'all?
Yeah. You speaking of that, you've heard about the Marjorie Taylor Greene news, haven't you?
Yeah, she walked out, man.
Yeah,
Bitch got
I'm wondering.
balls.
I'm wondering what's you guys' thoughts on it. I heard Savvy have an interesting take on it, and I'm gonna try to grab that and share. But in the meantime, I'm kind of curious what you guys' thoughts on.
She's like the modern white version of Cynthia McKinney, if she's legit, you know, because that's what happened to Cynthia McKinney. Is she didn't sign up for the APAC apple juice money, and was like, "No, y'all are a bunch of fuck ups. I'm not dealing. I'm not playing your game." And they squeezed her out, and now in JT kind of pretty much said the same thing, and she says, "I'm out of here." So I hope she's legit. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but in this day and age of psyops and political dramas, you've got to ask yourself: is it all just part of the play, yo? It's just another scene in this political drama we call reality.
Well, my thing is she spazzing out because she don't like? Is this supposed to keep us distracted from the Epstein file? That's keeping us distracted from the Israel thing. That's keeping us distracted from World War III. Yeah.
At least we don't have to worry about looking at tranny fucking story time hour anymore.
No, you're right. But it just gives me Russian egg syndrome. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. The babushka.
The babushka. Thank you. Yes. Mm-hmm. I didn't know if we were that. I know we was that educated. I know we was that educated. I didn't know if I could say that and everybody caught it. But yes, the babushka syndrome vibes. Like, oh, Marjorie walked out all loud and shit. Okay, cool. Epstein files got supposed to be released this week. Okay, cool. Donald Trump was giving out sloppy toppy. Okay, cool. Like we can't even. Like I told y'all before in the beginning of the year, they don't even let us get the first story and digest the first story before they give us another wild ass story to add on to another wild ass story. And none of the stories are connected. It's not like tune in next week, episode 2, and they build off of next week or last week. No, it'd be some new shit. It's like we trying to figure out what happened to Professor Xavier. He got kidnapped last episode. And now we doing the Wolverine background story. Wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What is it? It's a strategy of tension. Charlie Robinson talks about a lot. They're bombarding us with so much information and stories and propaganda that it's like to go old school pinball reference is being like the pinball up there stuck in the bumper position, getting knocked around, going ding, 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 ding.
Yeah,
there you go.
So I wanted to share this with you all because I heard Sabby say this, and I was like, because I had one of the theories, but she put together multiple theories, and I'm like, one could be true, or all could be true at the same time. And I just thought it was interesting the way she put it. So shout out to my girl Sabby. But
Sabby,
I'm gonna play this for you, and I want to hear you guys elaborate on it afterwards.
About what I think may have happened. It could be a couple of things. One, I think she has been getting tremendous pressure because of her collaboration to release the Epstein files. Two, the Israel issue. I think she's been facing pressure about that from her own party. We all know she has from Donald Trump. He's called her out. He called her a traitor, and she said that he's the traitor because he's basically helping Israel first instead of American people first. And then there's also the possibility that she doesn't want to go down with the sinking ship. Oz from Beauty and the Boomer mentioned this to me on Twitter. He said that the ship is sinking and she doesn't want to go down with it. All of these things could be a possibility. But what I have seen in the past, in particular when it comes to Congress, is that when these politicians don't go the way of their party, there have been efforts to either push them out, or there's been big money that has been spent to get them out. We saw that happen with Cori Bush. We saw that happen with Jamal Bowman. Dennis Kucinich in the Democratic Party, they redrew his district because he wasn't willing to move their way. So they redrew his district so he wouldn't have one. For the most part, under Donald Trump, a lot of the politicians, well, most of the politicians in Congress have gone along with what Donald Trump wants. But this time around, things are a little bit different. This time around, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massie have been willing to say, no, this isn't right. And that's why you see Donald Trump right now is trying to wage a primary against Thomas Massie with the help of Maria Madelson and all the money that she has. So I don't know which one of those three things, but I've just put them all together. But this is usually what is happening in this part. And then there's the other thing. Among that immense pressure that she has been facing because she has gone against her party and gone against Donald Trump on those issues that I mentioned are threats. And it could very much be that her family members have been threatened. We never know. And she may never tell us. But there could have been threats on the lives of her own family members. And this has happened in politics before. Let's continue.
My bills.
So yeah, what do you guys think of that?
She ain't missing shit. I believe all of those. Each one of those thoughts came across my head. You heard me bring up Epstein off the cuff. I thought it had something to do with that. Off the cuff, I said, damn, they done gave us Epstein. So now she like, oh, hell no. I might have been at that party too. But nah, I think all of the above. I think her family's being threatened. I mean, shit. Didn't y'all see that story about that Olympic snowboarder that's on the run right now? The FBI had raised his reward because he had a fentanyl drug dealing ring for the last couple of years. And he's been killing off he killed off his own witnesses. And that nigga ain't even a government official. And you think government officials ain't got that type of pull? Bullshit. All of the above. They got somebody watching her baby at preschool. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They done been at her grandkids' fucking t-ball practice. Mm-hmm. All of the above. Y'all can go ahead now.
Yeah, I completely agree. What about you, Dave?
I agree. All three of those things could hold true, but there could also be other reasons. I mean, at one aspect, you have to look at the full spectrum. So let's look at her from saying that, yeah, she's completely legit. She wants the best for the country. Like I said earlier, she's portraying to be the modern Cynthia McKinney. Okay, you got to look at that. So you analyze it from that lens. I don't know. I've heard her talk some pretty good stuff over the years, but she's still a member of the party, the party boat, if you will. So there's always undue influence with anybody in that particular position. So is she part of the script writing of the play where she's like, yeah, I'll play this role and do that? You have to look at that role because that stuff does happen. That, I don't think she's quite to that extreme, but in the middle, there are probably a lot of undue pressures, I guess, and influences behind the scenes that are making her do what she needs to do. Mm-hmm. Now, she's also able to make a graceful exit and still save face, still regaining some independent political power that could possibly be used down the road. So in this evolving world of deceit, it's difficult to truly know the answer. The only thing that I could do is I could see the what's. What is happening? She is leaving office partly because she's sick of working for a pedophile and supporting a pedophile. Now, no, I can't say that. That's allegedly.
Alleged.
Well, he has accusations from not Maria Farmer, but Kelly Johnson that are alleged offenses. Mm-hmm. But he ran in a milieu that was common. And at minimum, even if he was not a perpetrator, he was fully aware of it. Okay, that's already known. All right.
So an
And
accessory to the crime?
potentially, allegedly.
Okay, can we say that he is probably top 5 sloppy toppy givers next to Monica Lewinsky?
Well, of course, Bubba,
That's a
Bubba
fact.
takes it everywhere. Well, there's
That's
that
a fact.
email that Epstein's brother asks. You got the pictures of old Trump giving a sloppy poppy to Bubba. Yeah.
Wow.
But that's an email. It could be talking shit. You don't really know because there's no factual evidence. At this point, without having factual evidence, everything else is analysis and subjugation.
Okay,
I don't think I
just
said that
wanna
word.
throw out this because I know men and I hang out with a lot of men, and I'm just gonna throw this out here, y'all.
What's
Hey
that?
Dave.
Yeah.
Hey Dave, you ever had one of your friends ask you on some joking shit if you suck somebody's dangling? I doubt it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, suck my dick.
It's different. It's different when you tell somebody, "Hey, John, suck my dick." Jokey jokes, cool. But I ain't never, ever had none of my homies tell another homie, "Do you got that picture of man sucking John?" No.
No. I've never heard that because everything else is always just talking shit. Nothing in reference to that. No,
that's not talking shit. That's hey, I'm trying to show my homeboy this picture right quick. You got it?
Well, there were stories, and I don't know if it was a Maria Farmer stuff, but at parties when old Donald Duck waddled his ass up with somebody else with two teenage models at a party upstairs where the bedrooms were. There's stories like that. So the question is, is he tapping a 16-year-old piece of ass? In a lot of states up until recently, that kind of was the age of consent. So you can't say he's a pedophile.
Well, with parental signature, it still is legal in some places.
Right. Now to say he's a complete douchebag sociopath, oh yeah, completely from a moral, but from a legal standpoint, that's different. Now, when you get down below that and you start getting in the 14, then you're getting real sketchy. You get really close to, you're still in the pederast rate area, but you get real close to playing field on a playing field that ain't got no grass on it. Now that shit is the real deal. And that whole milieu that he has run in his entire life, my observation is that is not uncommon or unknown behavior. Simply, if you look at the history of Epstein from when he first got convicted and all those powerful people that were hanging out with him over on Zorro Ranch out there on the island in his place in Manhattan, right next to our commerce trade czar now from Orange Jesus, whatever that cat's name is, right? They don't care. They knew he was a pedophile. They know the game. They don't give a rat's ass. And some of them are like, oh, hey, man, Jeffrey, kick me a favor, brother. Do me a solid. All right, cool. You got a couple 12-year-old twins? Oh, you mean like the one that Jean-Luc Picard supposedly took over? Triplets to Epstein? You mean something like that? Yeah, we can make that arranged, So that's just the craziness of how those people work. To say that Trump straight up engaged in it, yeah, but it goes back to what is Marjorie Taylor Greene. What role is she playing? Is she legit? Because what she's saying is, I'm not going to support a pedophile. Cool, I can get down with that. I'm tired of, I'm not going to support another foreign government's having direct influence on our government. I can get down with that. Or, hey, Margie, baby, come here. Let me show you this little videotape. You remember that party about 15 years ago? About 10 years ago? Yeah. Well, yeah, I got this. And by the way, here's some other pictures of your granddaughter getting out there. Oh, we're tracking her right now. She's at the mall. She's getting an ice cream cone. Yeah, you want videotape of her? Oh, there it is. Oh, let's go over here. That stuff can be done. So there could be that influence where it's like, time for you to leave the reservation, baby. And then, honestly, if you get back to a straight secular political thing, she's going against the interests of the party. The party only puts people into office that will be team players. Once you jump off the reservation, then they will use every resource at their disposal, which is a vast toolbox.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure you're out of office.
Yeah. That's something Savvy brought up, that that also she doesn't want to face the probably tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, that'll be thrown at her. The slander, all of that. Her name is about, if she stayed on the ballot, her name was going to be completely dragged through the mud.
Or
And
mysteriously
so,
finding child porn on her husband's computer. Ooh, we don't want that.
that
to
kind
happen,
of stuff
do we?
too.
That kind of stuff too.
I honestly think I would go with, it's kind of the level of whichever level that they're able to get you with.
Right.
If they're able to scare you with the, hey, we're gonna slander your name and all that, then they'll only go to that level. If they feel like, okay, that's not working, turn up the pressure, then they just keep ratcheting it up. And if it gets to the point of, okay, do we need to make your son disappear? You know, they'll eventually get to that. So I think it's in levels, and we don't know what level of pressure she was facing.
Sure.
Also, I think it could, honestly, where I'm leaning more towards more and more as I think about it, like, and I've been just processing it because this was last night when this video dropped of her resigning. I think more and more she's reading the writings on the wall, and she's knowing how this whole Israel thing looks, the whole America first. A lot of people are jumping off that train, and she knows, even if she did stay somewhat loyal and she mended the fences with Trump, which is always possible with Trump, you know, all you gotta do is kiss his ass a little bit, and then, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to worry about the Epstein thing anymore, and he'll leave it all alone, and you're back in good graces. But do you really want to go into a midterm where you, let's say you might survive, but you guys are going to be in the minority again? And what is the point of being there? And then after that whole 4 years is up, you know, okay, so you got the midterms will come. What happens in 2028 when you decide that you want to probably seek higher office? Because no doubt in my mind, this woman is definitely a very ambitious woman. She's already a successful businesswoman. She had no need to actually go into politics, and I believe her motive for going into politics was ambition. And so and that's another reason why that's the reason why she's not retiring right off the bat. She could just retire right now. She could say, you know what, once December hits, right before Christmas holiday, you know what, I'm going to retire then or resign. But no,
you guys, I'm out of here.
You know when she's resigning?
January 7th.
Yeah, so why January 7th?
Why?
Because after January 7th, she gets her congressional pension.
But I thought all you had to do is serve like 4 years and you get it.
No, she hasn't reached it. No, it's more than 4 years. She hasn't reached that limit. January 7th will officially put her past that threshold she needs to get her full congressional
Well, good for her. I do the same fucking thing as I'm going out the door going, oh, you're going to pay for me for the rest of my life. Fuck you.
And
what?
And there's some insider trading that she can get in on before she walks out the door too.
Which is legal in Congress for their staff and the congressional's intermediate families. Or insider trading is absolutely legitimate and legal. That's why you can get a young senator such as AOC, the supposedly bartender, go into office supposedly being, dead broke, and in a matter of a few years be a multimillionaire. That's how Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi have amassed fortunes. That's how all these people go in as regular schmucks, go in debt and come out multimillionaires because they can do things like insider trading legally. Rules for thee, but not for me.
Like the most egregious, I would say, because Pelosi did have a little bit. She came in a little bit of a silver spoon, coming off her father being what was he, a mayor or governor out of Maryland, I think.
Pelosi's are one of the four families that run the state of California, so she's got.
But I'm saying they came from money even before they got to California.
Oh, sure, and power and influence.
Yeah, so she already had, she was already being basically knighted into it. Whereas
she just came with a fatter chest to rob everybody with,
like Mitch McConnell. But he's probably the one that came up the most out of being like flat broke, being poor. Like you can make an argument, Barbara Boxer, and what's the other one who passed not that long ago?
Weinstein.
Yeah, I used to think
the zombie.
Yeah, I looked at her. I used to think she was this little woman. I didn't realize she's a fucking towering woman,
Yep.
you know, and I did not realize like how much that woman had, you know, before she even got into power, and she just like magnified that. But like Mitch McConnell was like one of the few that was like he was damn near broke coming in. Like I think his net worth was somewhere like 19,000 or something total going into Congress, compared to some of these other ones who are at least easily sitting in the six figures
So
before they go
homeboy's
in.
a SNAP recipient and shit that just made it big, huh? All right.
Yeah,
American
he did
dream,
it.
I guess.
He did his little bit of time in the military and then got out on disability. I don't even think he did a full 4 years. I think 2 years or something.
Did his whole life.
Yeah, his whole life. Like he got out of high school, went straight into the military, got that, became somebody's fucking intern or some shit. Went from being an intern to getting, you know, some kind of like I think it was state house. It's part of the state house in Kentucky, and then saw an opening and hopped into, you know, the Senate.
Oh. And then
stayed there since.
An intern that got turned out and got a golden opportunities handed to him in the state of Kentucky.
He learned the ropes.
Country. Yeah, I bet you learned the ropes real well. Diddy style, baby doll. Hey.
Yeah.
Here's a little 2C in a jar and a bottle of heated up baby oil. I don't know, just talking smack. Allegedly, everybody out there, don't sue me. Don't cancel his YouTube channel. I'm only talking smack. Allegedly.
No, she doesn't need her pension, but people like the Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, people like Congress people in general. They're just a certain level of greed. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Marjorie Taylor Greene is already a millionaire. I mean, and was a millionaire when she was running for office. It's not like some of these other ones where, okay, they might have came in and they were upper middle class. And then once they got in, then they really made money. I want to say that she was already like a multimillionaire in Georgia, mind you, which the part of Georgia she was in, the cost of living is not super high. So being a millionaire there is like having it's like having tens to 20 you know, it's like sitting on like 20 million in California.
20 million out here, man. Hey, that'll give you a crack shack, an old beat up vehicle down in San Francisco, you know.
I'm gonna look it up to see.
Dinner.
Let's see, what is MTG's net worth? I'm curious now.
Well, it's like crooked politicians. Oh, my man, Barry Soetoro. Man could deliver a speech like no other. Comes into office all in debt. Him, Big Mike, all thinking we're down with the fucking black folk community. Yo, what's up with that shit? We're one of the regular ones off the block, yo. We're broke, man. You know, we have to do this because we sacrificed our whole lives within a few years. Hey, Barry, after a couple of years, you were able to buy a $35 million oceanfront property down in Hawaii. Hey, Barry, what about that little deal with Bavlaktovich or something like that where, what, for a penny you got another free lot right next to you? Hey, Barry, how did you become this huge multi-millionaire by the time you got out of office? Hey, Barry, how'd that happen? Huh?
Yeah.
Just like the rest of them. It's a grift.
I looked
and they
her
know
up.
how to do it. What?
I looked her up. Her net worth going into office was $7 million.
Nice jump.
She's up to 25 million right now.
Good.
Estimated up to 25 million. So no, she doesn't need that. What, 400,000 or 300? Was it like? No, it's not that much. It's like
170,000.
It's like roughly 200,000, like 185 or something like that.
I'd do it just to give the big finger as I'm walking out the door, man. It's like, oh, I just got vested in the company with the profit stocks things. Okay, I quit, y'all. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service. Just as in Barnum World, when old Natty Jones says, y'all just keep slaving away, and I'll just keep getting richer and richer. Thank you for your service.
And so I don't know. Speaking of wealth and all that, Trump just had a interesting meeting with somebody he's been beefing with, and I'm curious your guys' thoughts. Trump's little interaction or little meeting that he had with Mom Donnie. What are your thoughts?
I had to go kiss the ring, and next thing you know, he couldn't go over there and lick the wall because he already said he wouldn't do that. But he goes over to Washington, licks the ring. It's kind of like a concession, but it's all part of the game. That guy didn't get into office because of who he was and his hard work and his brilliance and political strategies. That moron was put there. He's like a post turtle, right? You know what post turtle is? They find him out in Texas. That's a fence post with a turtle sitting upside down on it. Now, you know that he's there, but nobody knows how the post turtle got there. But the only way the post turtle could have gotten there is if somebody picked up that turtle and put him on the post. That's a Mondami. This whole thing about the New York sham, the political opponent for the Republican Party was Slew Walker, Slash Stick, that idiot.
Oh, so I know you're talking about.
I call him Slee Stack from that
Sleewa.
The Guardian Angels guy. Come on, guys. Like our former president says, come on, man. You couldn't do it anything better than that, or are you just being so blatant to the public and saying, what? Here, we're going to put on a little show for you. Oh, it's a show. What are you going to do about it? I think it's getting to that fucking point. Sorry, it's just my sarcastic view on it, but
no.
It doesn't, I can't see any other explanation but a humiliation ritual for the nation in the most powerful city in the nation and probably in the world. What else can there be? Teal, we haven't heard from you, baby doll. I've been hogging up all the air in this room. We need to hear from your beautiful ass.
Yeah, what do you think?
Anybody that got beef with this man better watch out before they come up dead. Better watch how you talk to this orange man. He retarded for sure. Hard R. The hard R in Trump means retard. But at the end of the day, I don't argue with a couple of retards, and they don't give a fuck if they wrong. Okay, halfway through. Oh, am I not supposed to say that on YouTube?
It's just hilarious. I don't know. I mean, I've been seeing people say it, so I guess whatever.
Okay, anyway. So
I guess you missed last week. Then I had the crowd like, oh Lord, no, he didn't. No, he didn't go there. So yeah, I was saying it.
Oh, so somebody else triggered our show. Even better. At least our FBI agent got paid. So I've argued with hard R's before. Okay, and they know they wrong halfway through the argument with me because I'm about 98% right all the time. Not perfect, just 98% right. Especially if I know if I'm talking about some shit I know. And they will know halfway through the argument that they dead ass wrong, but they will still argue just to hear themselves talk. Okay? And there have been times when I've gotten arguments, even back in elementary school. I had this hard R kid in my class, probably Trump's grandchild, who knows. But anyway, we got to arguing. The boy was dead ass wrong, dead to right wrong. But because I was a angry black youth, we'll just say that, the teacher took this motherfucking side. And I even looked at her and called her retarded for taking the retard side, because you got to be retarded by association, bitch. How did you get your degree? This boy is wrong. I feel that same thing is getting pushed onto this subject too. Trump be wrong, loud and wrong is a bitch. And whoever he argue with, whoever decides to be loud and right, whoever wants to be loud and putting this man in his place, whoever wants to publicly say, no, sir, that's not, off with your head. We literally, this motherfucker is the queen of hearts. No queen, no heart. Just red. That's it.
Yeah. I think it's a combination of things. I agree with what you're saying, Dave, that he's, kind of has a kiss the ring in a sense. But at the same time, it's a win for Trump also, because he just had a massive win, and he could, try to weasel his way back some support, especially since, I do believe like his win was, grassroots as much as possible. I mean, they did actually generate enough positive press to the right people to convince people it was their idea to go for Mamdani. Mm-hmm. And it was easy. It was easy. All you got to do is say, yo, New York is expensive. I'm going to make it less expensive. I'm actually going to do this. Give people hope and some change. Give people some hope. That's all you have to do. You can't go in like, you can't go in like the Cuomos and be like, I'm just going to go back and I'm going to turn New York back to how it's been. Well, for the average New Yorkers, it's miserable. They're just surviving. So anybody who's saying that, hey, I might not take the boot all the way off your neck, but I'll at least loosen it up. That person's gonna, it's like somebody who just came out of a desert and you give them muddy water. It's like the greatest thing ever because they're starving. And so all he has to do is do a couple of minuscule things, and that'll be enough for most of the people because they're so starved right now. It's the same thing out. It's the same thing out here in California where a lot of people got happy when they said, okay, you guys know how you have the expensive rent and then you have the expensive down payment. And I mean, not down payment, but the fees that you got to pay. And then you got the front and the last month. Well, we're going to cut that down just by like 25%. So you still got a whole lot of that you got to pay up front, but you could pay a little bit less. And that satisfied a lot of people. Not everybody.
We're not going to give you the full 12. We'll just give you a good 7 or 8. We'll give it. We'll take away the BBC and give you the LWD. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like going to your favorite. It's like going to your favorite fast food place, and they say we're not going to charge you the tax.
Right, exactly. Or they're going to say tax-free day at your local hardware store. Oh, we better go get it. It's a tax-free day. No, the reality is we're giving you a 9.75% discount on what you buy today. That's all it is. But free tax day sounds a hell of a lot better in a Bernaysian sense, doesn't it?
And I'm not going to tell you that I already raised the prices like on Wednesday.
Right, I raised it 12.
Because when I worked in retail, that's literally what they would do. They would raise the prices on stuff. If you go to your whether Lowe's or Home Depot, I worked at both. They're going to raise the prices on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they're going to give you a sale on Thursday, Friday. Yeah. And we got this big sale going for the weekend. 99 cent mulch. Well, how much is the mulch normally? It's normally like $1.10. Okay, well, what was it? What was it on Tuesday? Well, $1.35. Just so they could cut down. It's the game that they play.
It's a game. I mean, if you're selling skin, you're selling God. The numbers all look the same on the credit card, y'all. Don't matter if you're pimping politics, pimping power, pimping kids, or pimping 2x4s, man. There's just a method to the madness, and there's people that understand how to master that. Like in what you're talking about, retail world. I wanted to get in what's called industrial psychology when I first started in college. And that's basically, in a nutshell, is designing a grocery store. Paper products on the outside. You always make sure that you put the prophylactics, your rubbers and stuff like that close to the baby food. Things like that, and it's so I don't even know why I went there. Oh, see what I was talking about earlier, Marcus, how I'll go down some stupid rabbit hole and go, oh, dude, where the hell am I and how do I get back? So
but I get what you're saying because like one of the last jobs before I left working at Lowe's, one of the jobs I had was product service associate. And so we dealt directly with the vendors. And so, like, for instance, we would have one vendor that says, hey, I want my product on this shelf right there because market research has shown that if you put it on this shelf here, it's people's range of motion and hand-eye, they're more than likely they buy stuff from this shelf in particular more than anything else. And so you're paying a premium for certain spots, even within a store, even depending on if it's going to be on an end cap, things like that. And so I get what you're saying about how they play around with understanding sales and the psychology of like making somebody do certain things to be able to milk more money out of them.
Yeah, milk anything. I mean, Bernays said it the best when he wrote the book Propaganda in 1923, everybody out there. The father of modern advertisement, propaganda, and PR. And he says, if you do your campaign correctly, you do not have to sell your product to the public. The public will demand that you sell your product to them.
Yep.
Look at the boop boop. That's a prime example. People lined up around the block to get the boop boop. They're paying for their own poison, and they're demanding that it be sold to them and given to them in mass quantities. It's brilliant. Sick, evil, but brilliant.
Yeah, I got 2 videos. Like, I got next topic that I want to go into before. Hopefully you got that one that I asked you about at the beginning of the show.
I do.
Before we start the show, yeah, keep that lined up because I want to go into that after this one. I don't know if you guys heard about it or not. Did you guys hear about that protest, the Dearborn?
No, I haven't heard about it. I'd say that it has something to do with a certain religion that's out there in the world.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna show this one video real quick.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to a video by the amazing Lucas, and he exposes some things that I was like, interesting. Oh, I know Yonina. Of course, Yonina be on it. I mean, Yonina be on it. So I know she knows. But here, let me share my screen so you guys can see. And this is a little bit of the protest. And I mean, I'm not going to show. I don't think in this video I have it shows the city council part where he goes in there and speaks. But let me just show it. How about that? I'll just show it and then we'll get to it from there. So here we go.
I was punched harder by Capitol Police Officer lady, so it's okay. He hit me something really hard. Really, really hard right here. But it's okay. All American, baby.
The video is super jerky, man.
Dad, you lost. Hey, ow. Ow. You're not, because I have more melanin than you. I don't. You live differently. No, you live differently. What do I do differently? Dearborn, the same. You don't speak the same language. You don't have the same culture, the same religion, the same cuisine, the same dress. Where were the founding fathers from? Cuba, stop. Where were the founding fathers? Okay, that's good. That's good. Listen, we don't have the same culture. It's very simple. Where does you know?
Okay, so if you don't get what's going on in here, because I didn't grab the right video that I planned on getting. But anyway, Jake Lang, one of the January 6th protesters, who Trump pardoned, who had assault charges for attacking Capitol Police, is now out there protesting in Dearborn, Michigan. And it's like, okay, what is that about? I don't know if you guys have been paying attention lately, but Matt Walsh has been talking about how Dearborn, Michigan is being taken over by the Muslims, and they're trying to turn Dearborn into a caliphate, and it's Islam spreading all over America. Oh, the doom, And so that's what's kind of being pushed. The candidate who was running for governor there kind of went along with some of that narrative too, until he went to Dearborn. He spoke to people and he's like, it's being overblown. These people are trying to make something out of nothing. Well, Jake Lang, mind you, is running for Senate. He's running for Marco Rubio's old Senate seat right now, and decided to take his I'm about to give it away. He's about to take his his whole campaign up there so he can fight against the Muslims for the purity of white men. And his address to the council was that all of these other races are producing more than white men, and they're trying to take America away from white men and the founders and all this stuff like that. But Amazing Lucas had a video kind of responding and explaining this a little bit out. So as I get that, I'm curious to hear your thoughts so far off of what I've said and what you've seen. Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah, I think I want to hear what Teal's take on this one is. Oh, she's not there. She's taking a break. Well, my initial thing on that whole incident, it reeked of Soros type of incident where they fund both sides through, like groups or whatever and stuff. The plebes and the idiots don't know that they're being funded by the same person. And then they bring out the Islamists, right, that are like pro-Islamists. We're going to Sharia law. And they're funded by Soros, hypothetically.
I'm just trying to see if your censors are up.
You got Patriot Front or whatever going out there, and they're all like, yeah, screw them damn towel wearing head. We're going to send them back to the fucking desert they came from. We're patriots, boys. Let's go get them. And then they put them together and they let them clash. It's like at a metal concert. If you've ever been to a big, like, dark metal concert, right? They had this thing, I think it's called the Wall of Death, where they'll separate the crowd out on they'll separate the crowd out to each side and then give them a command, and both sides of that crowd will crash into each other. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing on this. It works good for publicity because he wants to run on that true American first type of a platform to appeal to Republicans. So being out there, that's a good photo op. Then you have the other guy who sounded like he was American. He was fighting against, you don't speak our language. What language do I speak? So then it outrages the left. Everybody gets their panties in a wad. And then ultimately, as a side thing, it really is a good distraction on the dissolving economy, the wars, what's going on overseas, other things that really should take our attention, which are much more important. But hey, you got Yahoo out there with this big banner from J Sachs pissing off the Muslims. Hey, let the cameras roll, baby. Let the cameras roll. So I mean,
one of the other guys out there is a TikTok influencer also, who's one of the black MAGA conservatives. And
then why is this all of a sudden, this small localized incident being shown instantly everywhere across the world? Like Ike said a long time ago, when something comes out of nowhere and you see it everywhere, that's the system speaking to you.
Here, but check this video out. And so I just wanted to see where you were at before you already saw it.
Am I kind of along on the right path, brother?
I will let you see it and see for yourself how close you were.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So I'm sure many of you guys are aware of the recent protests that took place in Dearborn, Michigan. Okay, you had a bunch of white Christian men, and they were fighting against, the forces of evil, against the forces of Islam that have been, I guess, infiltrating the country. And it was led by this white Christian male, Jake Lang. And he's out there, he's doing things such as, slapping bacon on the Quran. It got to a point where he was threatening to burn the Quran until someone took it from him. He was holding up the cross. There's a video of him holding up the cross right in front of his banner. And he was moving with the banner and saying, hey, we are being taken over. We are being conquered by Islam. This is what's going on. We've got to stand up and fight. Christians, we got to stand and fight. And it was very interesting. All of this, it was maybe about 50 white dudes, but, a little less than their tiki torches protest, but fascinating behavior. I must admit, fascinating. I was like, okay, oh, wow. Okay, wow. All these people, Christian men. Yeah. Then there was just a teeny tiny, weensy, beensy problem. And that is Jake Lang is not a Christian. That's correct. Jake Lang is Jewish.
Oh. What? I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a pee.
Bruh. Found this out. My brain exploded. I'm like, wait, what? wait, what? Oh, yeah. We got video of this man kissing the wall. He's got the box on his head and everything because it contains, for those you know, I believe it contains like the scriptures or whatnot, or certain scriptures. But yeah, he's all wrapped out, kissing the wall, Jewish, yeah, all this. And it's like, that's interesting. Then we come to find out that his sister is actively in the Israeli Air Force. So then it was like, riddle me this, Batman. Why would an ethnically Jewish man go out and start LARPing as a Christian while doing all of this obvious disrespect towards Islam, towards Muslims? That is fascinating. I don't know why. You tell me why. Because the only thing I can think of is divide and conquer, right? Because that seems very much like some COINTELPRO. We're on the cusp of getting the Epstein files. People are resigning. That's how bad it is.
Some of you will have seen my statement of regret, expressing my shame with respect to what I did in communication with Mr. Epstein, and that I've said that I'm going to step back from public activities for a time, but I think it's very important to fulfill my teaching obligations. And so, with your permission, we're going to go forward and talk about the material in the class.
Damn. But we're on the cusp of getting the Epstein files. Everyone's talking about, hey, maybe, Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about, I think, that AIPAC should register.
And, I think organizations like AIPAC and Christians United for Israel should register under the law as foreign agents.
All this is a very interesting conversations that are coming about. And sure enough, you have this man trying to LARP as a Christian, because what he was trying to do was to cause an uproar. He was trying to agitate Muslims. That's what he was trying to do. And, by doing, smacking bacon with the Quran, like, what are we doing here, right? What are we doing? Because it's very interesting. Had anything gone down, I would argue that many people would see that as justified. Because I'm old enough to remember Bruno. Y'all remember that movie, Bruno? And how I think Sacha Baron Cohen, he dressed up in like Jewish attire and walked around as sachet, and he was chased by a bunch of rabbis, okay? He was chased down the street by a bunch of rabbis. Now, of course, those rabbis who were chasing him, they just wanted to play bingo. That's what they wanted to do. They were inviting him, to the synagogue, so they can, play Scrabble. That's what they were doing. Of course.
So, after seeing that now, give you a little different context of what the hell was going on. And interesting how dead on you were, right?
Minus the little hat, the Saturn worship little thing.
You didn't see that part.
Dude.
You didn't see that
twist coming. Once that came out, I'm like, oh, but dude, I gotta say, slapping bacon on a Quran is hilarious.
Well, when I saw that, my antennas went up instantly. My antennas went up instantly because there's only one group of people who I've ever seen do crap like that.
Sure,
Israelis.
Yeah, man.
They're the only. They're the ones. Oh, I'm gonna dip my bullets in pork fat and stuff like that. In lard. Here's the thing, dumbass. If you supposedly believe in the Torah, you're not supposed to be touching it either.
Talk about it.
What the fuck are you doing?
Damn shit. Sorry, I'm about to get tight because I missed my.
You're not supposed to be touching it either. What the fuck are you doing?
Give it to us, baby doll. Give it to us.
Okay, I had to pee, so I didn't want y'all to hear the stream, but I'm still here. So
At least you're not on the toilet like Leo, so you're all good.
No, I'm just glad you were listening.
I knew off the cuff I couldn't hit the mute button fast enough, so I just let y'all finish. I said I get the second wave. First off the cuff, I knew it was on some goddamn Antifa ass shit. So anytime that I see comical, low rate, low bit racism, it pisses me off, bro. Because me, as an all around overt racist, Yes, I said it because I remember that one dude put on these comments that I was a racist. So I'm gonna be basking in it. Yes, I said it. I'm an educated racist. I'm not just gonna do apple juice jokes and be like, meh, 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 little pocket ham, meh, 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 Hanukkah. No, bitch. I'm gonna dig deep. I'm gonna dig real deep. I'm gonna say some weird ass shit. I'm gonna make train jokes, bitch. Train jokes. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do no slapping bacon on the fuck. First off, why are you in a store that sells bacon, bitch? Kind of kosher shopping you doing, ho? You ain't even supposed to be in that store. You can't even drink ocean spray. For all of that, I should just be coming to your house with ocean spray, huh? Rabbi such and such. Because you can't drink ocean spray. You got to have kosher grape juice. So at least I know if I come to your house on a potluck, that's what I'm going to bring. I'm going to bring me a big old thing of ocean spray and some roaches.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Get
y'all
my
noticed
vibe?
this. I know y'all saw him go to the wall, but I don't know if y'all really paid attention to the whole garb that he's wearing. The box with it and the wraps and all that.
Yeah, that's a lot different than just going there and putting on a yarmulke and going kissing the wall, man. That's hardcore shit. Once you start getting in that wrapping, that little Saturn box, yeah,
you're a believer.
And hardcore one at that, man.
Yeah, so that's not, and so he's over here trying to gin up Americans to get involved on the whole Israel anti-Muslim thing, anti-Arab crap. Another thing that tipped off something that was weird to me. That big ass cross. And also, did you notice he didn't turn the cross upright? He had it sideways. Most of these white nationalists who would walk around with that cross would have it upright, not sideways in some weird ass way. Another thing he did, if you see like some of the protest stuff, he got out, start spray painting, graffiti on his own bus, trying to LARP like somebody else did it.
Antifa.
I was like, oh, this motherfucker right here. Oh yeah, he is a complete propagandist.
People buy that shit though, brother. That's what gets me, because when I saw also when they panned back and you saw how many of those morons were there, I was like, brother, that's a few minivans worth of people there. It's not a big protest.
He brought everybody.
Right, but what I've seen about these propaganda protests, right? And I first saw this at the WTC riots in Seattle when I lived down there, right? They have a isolated area, like a block or two, and that's where all the morons and mayhems are. But the way that it's shot and the way that it's presented to the people, it's as if the whole city's burning down. And great example, the WTC riots. I'm in my house in West Seattle, right? I'm 15 minutes away from the city. And my dad calls me from Atlanta in a panic, wondering if I'm okay. Are you safe? And I'm like, I laughed. I said, Dad, here's the reality. It's downtown, about 4 or 5 blocks, bunch of little crusty punks doing mayhem. I'm good. So the last night of the big protest was down the street in the gay district, by the way, where that Chaz area was. That was stuck with the gays. So they had this big protest going down. And my girlfriend lived a few blocks away from it. It was a fag hag extraordinaire. By the way, gentlemen, if you ever want to get to know a hot chick that's straight, go hang out at the gay bar. But another story for a different day. So I'm like, hey, baby, we better go down to your place to protect it. She had an apartment a few blocks off it. Okay, I even brought Miss Sally, my 12 gauge, just make sure. Put her in the closet. It was as quiet as a church mice. There was 3 people we saw walking to the riot, and you would not have known that there is this big protest march going down Broadway if you didn't hear the police helicopters and the tear gas canisters going off all the time. Wouldn't even know it. But to the world, Seattle was burning. It's on fire. And that's how it's perceived. So when I saw this little rinky-dink attempt at something like that, I'm like, bitch, please, I demand better psyops. You need to fire.
That's not even close to that.
Right. And this is all you got. But then again, it comes back to when you see something small like that everywhere, that little incident, that little PR thing has had a lot of impact through society, because people are now talking about it on at least a global level, if not, or a national level, if not a global level. So Epstein file what? No, there's nothing to see here. And Epstein, no, he didn't traffic children. And Ghislaine, well, I wish her the best. And by the way, the Clintons, they're outstanding people. Can we give everybody, Bill and Hillary, an applause and a standing ovation if if you get my reference to what I'm talking about? It's all a game, man. It's all for you.
It's the same thing that happened out here with the whole them bringing in the military out here to LA.
Yeah,
I mean, I went down to the protest and it's literally like
I watched you.
It's like a little block. It's really like
you.
I mean, it was nothing. I mean, it was a couple of areas where probably on this corner here where there was something going on, this corner over here, and this other spot over here. And it wasn't even like, and then literally if you were out there, you would have saw the same cars keep continuously riding around the block, flying their flags, honking their horns over and over and over. And if you really paid attention to it, there was probably about maybe 7 or 8 helicopters in that one area. And for those who have never been to California or LA, LA is a huge metro area.
It's 25 million.
Yeah. It's something like that. And then I'm trying to remember, what's the square footage of LA? I mean, it's massive.
City or county?
Or I mean, well, I would say probably just the metro as a whole, because you know how it jumps from all these little city to city to city to city. Like for instance, just in my city alone, I think there's something like 15,000 people.
And Los Angeles covers the LA, the city of Los Angeles. It's got 3.88 million residents in the city limits as of 2024.
And that's basically just downtown.
Right. And let me see. Let me see if I can go back here and find it.
Because when you look up the size of it,
469 square miles. So it's 1,210 square kilometers. And that's the county seat. So
that's what I'm saying. So that's a massive area.
Yeah. Los Angeles itself, the city of Los Angeles is 501 square miles, 1,299. And that's from the city of Los Angeles. So it might be county or city, but it's a big place.
That's what I'm saying. It's a big place. And so when you factor in all of that stuff that was going on is going on roughly 2 blocks of that 500 million, I mean, not 500 million, but 500 miles. And let's see. For our UK listeners, how much would that be in kilometers?
1,300 square kilometers.
Yeah. So there you go. Massive area. I mean, so and if you think about it, okay, actually, how far is it from? I mean, like when I was thinking about how far he traveled up to that protest to start crap, he's traveling from Florida to Michigan. That's like the equivalent of going from like Italy to London. You know what I mean? That's like going from like Naples to London. It's ridiculous. And I mean, this is how far he had to go to kind of, to do his LARPing. And he got in there and he was like, and America was built for white men by white men, and we're losing our country. But wait a minute, don't you consider yourself Jewish, and therefore most Jewish people say that they're not white?
Yeah, they're not.
So which is it? Are you white now? Are you not white then? Or when are you white and when are you not white? I'm confused.
Okay, so I got a question, and this has been something that me and my pro-black Dr. Umar as friends have been asking. All right, so I ain't never heard a person say they white-ish. They just be like, I'm white. I ain't never seen a black person say they black-ish. Never seen an Asian person say they Asian-ish. Anytime I've ever heard or used the word ish, I always do one of these. Okay, in the black community, Marcus, you know what that means.
What does that mean? Enlighten the white devil.
They ain't all the way over. They ain't all the way kosher. They ain't all. So I always wonder how come they the only ones that be like, I'm Jewish.
Well, Eon's Jewish.
What does Jewish mean? Either you a Jew or you not.
Well, the suffix of ish, what does that mean? It means
half-ass. It means kinda. It means not all the way over. The sun rose ish. No, bitch, the sun got up. It rose. The moon set ish. Just throwing that out there. Y'all do what y'all will with that information.
Anybody who is an authority on the Hebrew religion, it's you, Mr. Marcus. So I got nothing on that. I got nothing on that shit.
No.
Hebrewish? That's what I thought.
There's no ish over here. I don't buy in no ish. You all in, you know.
Okay.
It's almost like the one drop rule. You all the way in. Are you all the way out?
Hey, in this day and age, I can identify as a black man.
I know.
On. And you have to respect my pronouns.
And I'm okay with that.
I mean, the bitch that ran what? The double NCP for a while? Who was that one white chick that
Rachel Dolezal?
Yeah, what did she run? What was she the head of?
She was head of the NAACP, I think, was it Arizona or something?
That white bitch said she was black and people bought it, man. And then when they find out, it's like, oh no, that bitch is as white as old Natureboy right there. She still tried to defend it. Well, I identify as a black person in this trans world. I'm transracial. I'm like,
these
bitch,
days,
you a dumbass white bitch fucking just knows.
These days, I feel a little bit bad for her because she got like her career, she got destroyed.
Good.
And Elizabeth Warren is
Cochise
10 times more egregious and like got nothing basically happened to her. It's like, damn.
They give us fucking white folk a bad name, so fuck them motherfuckers, them damn lying bitches. It's hard enough for us white guys in this fucking replacement theory. Did you not see our last story about Islam wanting to get rid of us as white guys? So have some mercy, brother. Have some mercy.
That's what he was in there screaming. He literally went in like, they're coming in and they're getting 3 wives and they're having all these kids, and so they're booted. They're getting, and I'm like, they're not. Okay, if somebody's having more kids than you, that is not booting you out of the country. That's not the same as your population numbers dropping. That's something internal. I look at it like this: you need to do more fucking. I don't know,
Marcus. I have something that I have to put up there in the heart of Mr. Steve Poikman. A little video that might just have a little bit of relationship about what we're talking about. So when you're ready, let me oh, you little bitch.
Too fast?
No, this Google put a little icon right above the Blues Brothers tab. All right, so let's play this. This is funny.
White men, white women, a swastika is calling you, the sacred and ancient symbol of your race since the beginning of time. The Jew is using the black as muscle against you, and you are left there helpless. Well, what are you going to do about it, Whitey? Just sit there? Of course not. You are going to join with us, the members of the American Socialist White People's Party, an organization of decent, law-abiding white folk, just like you. I pledge allegiance to Adolf Hitler. I pledge allegiance to Adolf Hitler. The immortal leader of our race. The immortal leader of our race. To the order for which he stands. And to the order for which he stands. One great cause. One great cause. Sacred and invincible. Sacred and invincible.
Hey, what's going on? Those bums won their court case, so they're marching today.
What bums?
The fucking Nazi party.
Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis.
Group and Pure? Yes, sir. Group and Pure, get that car's license plate number.
Yeah, drop them in the drink. Drop them. Oh, you're on mute.
I love that scene when he goes, Illinois Nazis. John Belushi goes, I hate Illinois Nazis.
Well, that's the crazy thing about it. Old Lang there is trying to LARP as one to try to gin people up to get them. And I guarantee you this, if you really go back and look, the whole January 6th stuff, he probably was part of who was trying to push that stuff also. That film is Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, classic comedy.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd and what was it? Which Belushi was it?
Oh, it was John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Carrie
I always
Fisher.
want to say James. I always want to say James. He's the younger one.
Amazing cameos of like Ray Charles, Muddy
Aretha
Waters.
Franklin.
Yeah, you name it, man.
James Brown.
James
Yeah.
Brown.
That was the James Brown scene. Always like sticks in my head because he was the pastor.
He was a
Everybody's
pastor.
doing flips
Yeah.
all over the place and flying through the air and that scene and the mall scene.
Oh yeah, when they're
Driving
going
the
through
car
the mall.
When they're driving through the mall, yeah.
Yeah, I saw like a documentary on the making of that scene, and they actually rented out that mall. They actually drove those cars through that mall. When they were trashing through stores, they were literally trashing through stores. And when it was all done, they had that mall remodeled. So yeah, another one that I like is when towards the end in the sewer with Carrie Fisher, when she pops out with that AR, trying to shoot John Belushi, and he's like, "Hey, baby, baby, come here. You know I like you." And then he goes down to get ready to give her a big romantic kiss as she's bowing over and she's in awe, and he just drops down in the muck and looks at Jim. His partner says, "Let's go." Yeah, man, it's a great movie. Great movie. Where's my cheese, whiz boy? Now, what does that mean in that scene? Is it where's my cheese, whiz boy, like your nickname's whiz boy, or where's my cheese whiz boy? I've often I love that little play on language on that scene.
Is that when they were in jail?
No, that was he was in the hotel. I don't know if it was who it was. I don't know if that was a Muddy Waters scene or what, but yeah, classic. All the classic.
I think you're
legends.
right. I think it was the Muddy Water scene.
Yeah, and I'm a blues fan, so all the blues legends at the time had all sorts of appearances. Like when Ray Charles was in there, the blind dude, and there's that kid trying to steal something. He pulls out a fucking 357 and shoots a round right by the kid's head. Boom! And the kid drops it. He just puts it away. He's like something like, "Boy, this society's going to hell." Great. Sorry, I could go on. I could go on.
Oh, I know. Well, next time when I do one of these movie reviews, I'm going to have to make sure you go out and go check out the movie and do a movie review with you.
Here's a little. I'll leave it into this one. A little bit of history on the Blues Brothers. John Belushi was in Eugene, Oregon, when he was shooting Animal House. Okay, and there was this young blues artist named Curtis Salgado, and John Belushi was in the blues, but he saw this cat and he was really interested. He wanted to, hey man, I want to meet him. And Curtis is like, "John, who? Fuck him, man. I got gigs to do, right?" So eventually they met and they became good friends. And then Curtis turned him on to blues because Curtis is a blues historian. He used to do lectures for me back in the day when I put educational programs together, and turned him on to blues. And out of that encounter, he based his character of Jake Elwood on Curtis Salgado. And from that, the skits came from Saturday Night Live. Hey, this is a good thing. And then eventually the movie came out. So a little bit of useless blues trivia. And I used to live in Eugene, by the way. So it's got a special place in this bald man's heart.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Said how many stops to consider that he's been carrying a can of Cheese Whiz in his pocket for the whole time up to that point in the movie. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought about that. The story that you were talking about, I'm glad Teal is here for this one too. I'm glad we saved it for now. But I don't know if you guys heard about this or not. But yeah, it's something that we definitely I want to bring to the attention of my audience also. If you guys were not watching Dave's stream last night.
Yeah, let me start off.
But this is kind of wild. I honestly was sitting there thinking like, oh, if this thing was over, if that thing was a reality and it got into like employers' hands, like I would just have to quit. I don't think I could work. I don't think I could work anywhere.
Yeah. This is there. I heard about things that they were playing over in China to where they would monitor kids of active state, and then if they started wandering off, they'd apply a mild shock to wake them back up, and that goes along with this technology, and it's called EEG technology. And what turned me on to this is yesterday when I was researching for doing some work on the show, trying to do some show prep, I came across an article on Activist Post, and it was a video by Dan Dix about mind reading technology and all this crazy stuff that they're developing in the labs. And it made me think about these earbuds that are called EEG earbuds. And let me see, what is the actual definition of it? I think I have here, but what are they? Earbuds that monitor your brainwave activity. So it monitors it, and via Bluetooth takes it and puts it to the smartphone. And it can be used to essentially read your mind. And there's a lot of applications for it. It's still kind of early in its emergence. You can get on Amazon an El Cheapo one for $3.99. There is and there's companies that are developing it. Oh, here, let me put up the UC Berkeley thing. I do have it up there. Okay. So it started off with me finding this UC Berkeley. No, that's not it. UC Berkeley ad. Here it is, right here. And where did it go? Oh man, every time is it up there? Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. And the title on this, if there's listeners out there, is EEG earbuds that read your mind. And let me just kind of read a little bit of it. It says, from keypads to touch screens to voice commands, step by step, the interface between users and their smartphones has become more personalized, more seamless. Now, the ultimate personalized interface is approaching, issuing smartphone commands with your brainwaves. Communications between brain activity and computers, known as brain-computer interface, or BCI, has been used in clinical trials to monitor epilepsy and other brain disorders. BSI has also shown promising technology to enable a user to move a prosthesis simply by neural commands. Tapping into the basic BCI concepts would make smartphones smarter. So what they're talking about is basically your smartphone is going to start reading your brain. And this article is from June 24th of 2021. Now, so I was like, I wonder if there's what's being used. I did a basic Google search on, is there any companies out there that are using it? And one of them, probably the biggest one that's really using it out there is, and I'll bring this up there, is a company called SmartSense. And they have wearables and applications for basically to help people sleep and rest. Let me bring up the product page here.
Ooh, only $400. Yay.
Yeah, $399, man. $399. And it says clinical grade EEG monitoring, clinical grade data from your brain, not your wrist. They have applications that is a biofeedback loop that, depending on your brain's activity, it sends in frequencies through your earbuds that can put you or help you stay in like an alpha state or beta state. So it's manipulating the frequencies of your brain. It has brain responsive audio tracks. So it's basically, it finds the right track, the right blah, 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 blah to keep you in that. What was that again? Play that again. So that's kind of one of the benign things of it. It's like, hey, we're going to sell you your enslavement through convenience because everybody needs to sleep, right? You know, you can take Ambien or you can get little brain sensor things. Well, I saw another article yesterday that recently came out, and they just got $16 million worth of venture capital funding to help them develop this. Let me see. There's another one, and I hate all of these pop-up little things that come up here. From Idun Technologies. And let me bring that one up there as well. Okay. And it says, the smartwatch for the brain is finally here. Measure brain waves while using audio. Try the Udin Guardian Audio Development Kit. In-ear brainwave measurements. The Idun Guardian earbuds accurately measures EG1 signals. We are your experts for custom solutions, but also offer pre-built algorithms that enable immediate out-of-the-box use. So what do? They have 4 main points, and it says the easiest way to unlock the brain. First of all, it's reliably accurate. Reliable and accurate data trusted by scientists across the world. Second one, ease of use. No need to be an expert to measure and process brain data designated for simplicity. Here's where it gets kind of creepy. We care about neuroethics and data protection.
Yeah.
Having helped countless companies build neurotech businesses. And now here's the last one. It gets a little bit creepier. Scale your business. Plug and play algorithms or fully customized solutions. We scale with your ambitions, delivering real-time data directly to your users. So they wanted to change the future of brain health. Oh, isn't that nice? They're doing it to help us, guys. Isn't it? Don't we want to trust those type of people? Because they'd never use it for such things as military applications, now would they?
Right.
But they have. It gets deeper. So I'll pull up this last one.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see if, here it is. This is from a company called Adwear, Custom Biometric Wearables. Gee, what's that a picture of, guys? Let me find it. Where the heck did it? There it is.
Mm-hmm.
A mercenary soldiers transforming the ear into a platform for health and human performance. But you're showing a mercenary soldier there with what looks like a saw, which is a 5.66 machine gun scaled down in 60. So they have $20+ million of development funding.
Which, for those who don't know, it's a loud freaking gun.
Yeah, it's a loud fucking gun. They have FDA cleared 3D ear scanners, in-ear EEG, Journal of Neuroengineering, 10 plus technology patents. Here's where it gets kind of creepy. Defense Innovation SBIR awards. And 7.5.
They already got awards. What the hell they been up to?
Defense Innovation. Oh, yeah. But they would never want to kill us with this stuff, would they? Really?
See, this honestly reminds me a lot of what they were throwing out there in Tron Ares. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but one of the villains, his premise in there was trying to take soldiers created in their master control that he had. That's the character that Jared Leto was playing, to be able to use them as mercenaries basically for our government so that they can materialize troops anywhere around the world. And these troops will have no fear, you know, they don't die. I mean, they don't actually die, they just regenerate over and over and over, and they can just materialize from nothing. And they were trying to get what they call the permanence code to make them last more than 30 minutes. But yeah, they're definitely inching, and their goal is to get to something like that. Definitely.
Oh yeah, they are. Well, think about this as a side note. You brought up a good point. Is that they're talking about two-way communications, two ways, you know, so they can only not only read your brain, but let's go a little bit hypothetical. Say that they've developed a technology where they can literally use those to electromagnetically tune into the frequency of your brain. Therefore, you could override such things as fear of killing another person. From a military application, most people are hesitant to kill people, and if it's a child or a woman or whatever, they're very hesitant. But if you could override that self-defense mechanism, it matters if it's a baby, a kid, or a soldier, kill them all and be done with it.
Well, now, if you can do that, you can re-engineer their whole train of thought on everything. You can literally make them not only not have that fear, you can make them actually desire to do it.
Yes, that's where I was going, brother. That's where I was going. You know, this may sound crazy, but I'm looking at this technology that they already have. I've heard a lot of other lectures and things about what they've already done. And the one thing I've learned about technology is when it's released to the public, whichever way they do it, they've already had that perfected in a black lab for a good 20 years, and have probably been working on it for another 20 before that. Yep. So my question is, if this is what they're releasing to us right now, and this stuff gets creepier. I'll go as I go
when anybody ever brings that up, the point that you made, it reminds me of the modern fighter jet, because they literally had, granted, they didn't bring out the technology of actual modern fighter jet. The F-16, I believe, was the first one they released for Vietnam. That plane was actually already a scalable, working, functional model that they had that during World War II. They just didn't have it, you know, built to mass scale and approved.
Right. So, you know, you think about, well, if they can do that, then they probably already have that technology somewhere. And
can you imagine, you especially with a background, you know,
in the military?
You were Air Force, right? Army. I that's right. I get it mixed up. Charles was Air Force. But can you imagine the difference? Can you imagine the difference World War II would have been if they had fighter jets instead? If they're literally flying F-16s, you know, instead.
Well, we have absolute air superiority and dominance. You
know, without doubt. I mean, they could have literally ended.
You know,
they could have ended that war in probably like 3 months.
Well, I mean, yeah, bombing only air superiority is a very important part, but it takes troops on the ground a lot of times to take things over.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you literally could destroy complete supply lines. No, if you have no restocking, you have no food, you have no bases. It makes it hard to fight a war, because the biggest part of fighting a war is being able to have, you know, your supply lines up.
Well, that's what fucked Hitler, is that when he went up there and tried to go take the Russians, you know, and they hit the the Russian winners, they couldn't get supplies up there. And they were just sitting ducks until it thawed out. And the Russians.
And that's what I'm saying. Imagine Okay, not just cutting them off and making it temporarily. You obliterate them completely.
Mhm.
You obliterate the mills. There's no more building any more tanks. Let's stop your whole assembly lines, everything.
Yeah.
That ends a war pretty fast. Well, it would have ended that war pretty fast because you didn't. They had nothing that could have fought back. It's kind of like how the
Well, yeah.
Germans were kicking everybody's ass with the U-boats before that.
Well, I mean, yeah. So this back to this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it talks about the proximity of the brain, the blood vessels, and the major nerves make the ear uniquely powerful for capturing brain signal monitoring, physiology, and developing therapies in a device built for daily life. Then how come there are always pictures of soldiers on here? Huh. Let me see. What can these biometric intelligence in action detect? EEG, EKG, brainwaves, heart waves, EMG, EOG, GSR, blood oxygen, pulse rate, blood pressure, respiratory rate, carbon dioxide, core temperature, bioimpedance, and motion tracking. And it says that stress contextual biometric intelligence beyond the lab. It basically talks about overriding things such as stress and playing with the brain to do just like what we said, not in the extreme case that we're talking about, but to influence your brain. They can monitor. Let me see here. There's another section. With the ears as our gateway, aware is positioned to do this. This looks like kind of the mission statements. To monitor. Continuous monitoring of cognitive and physiological performance in real world conditions. Identify. Brain and body responses that optimize training, treatment, and recovery. Predict health risks, neurological events, and performance decline, enabling earlier intervention. Cure, AI-driven diagnostics and precision therapies from the world's only real-world stress data set. And it just goes on and on and on. And there's a certain tagline in here I want to read now because I've gone long on this.
That's like almost scary. Like they literally could be able to monitor a troop on the battlefield and be like, okay, he has 5 clicks to run. His oxygen rate is about that. Here's his heart rate. He's probably max that he could get there is this. Oh, he's slowing down. He only has this much juice left in him to make it there. You literally could predict all of those things.
Yeah, you can.
And more. And more.
And then you could potentially just override those. Okay, the stress is coming up, the heartbeat's coming up. Okay, just tell that little earbud to bring down that stress level, right? Or if you want to go on
or
the other
ignore
side,
it and then have them run until their heart explodes.
Exactly, or pump their heart up big time. It's like giving a big shot of adrenaline mixed with about a 16th of some good pure Pervitin speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this thing, it says on the bottom, it says solutions for every mission. But you can use it for industrial healthcare and consumers things, but everything about this is a mission. It says military and first responders, trusted by elite operators and proven in the field. What field are we talking about here, people? Aware of precision engineering solutions delivered unmatched comfort, preserve situational awareness, and integrate with comms using suites from Gentex, Invisio, Axial, and Otto. Hearable V2, now in development with U.S. military, will drive next-gen operational readiness. Aware's mission I'll finish this. Aware's mission begins with one purpose: protecting the warfighter. There is the core of why this company is in existence.
It makes me wonder what weasel ex-military PR person wrote this, because this is all the language is of somebody who was definitely active duty at some point, if not done by AI. But if this is done by a person, this is definitely somebody who was served.
And it's targeted towards military. You can tell it's targeted towards military.
Oh, definitely. All the terminology is definitely.
It's getting creepy.
In particular, it's I want to say geared towards operators, as we would say.
All right. Very much.
Or people who run operators.
or who the ones that signed the checks to get the shit to make the industrial military complex rich. We all know how the military budgets work, don't we, brother?
Yeah, they're
Been there,
talking
done that.
straight to they're talking straight to BAE. They're talking to Boeing, they're talking to Lockheed. This is who this message is to. And because at the heads of all those operations, for those who don't know, most of those executives that you have at those companies are all former admirals, generals, captains, colonels. That's the people who are running those majors. Oh yeah, it's always some majors, couple naval lieutenants lower end. You might even have
entry level. They get into the company, but you want to get on the board, brother, then you got to have a few stars on your collar right there, baby.
You better at least have a leaf or more.
At least a leaf. At least a leaf.
Have a leaf.
But it helps to have a star or two.
Preferably a silver leaf.
Yes, preferably a silver leaf. Well, in the military, yeah, that is a colonel, not a lieutenant colonel.
No, it's a colonel.
It's a colonel. Yeah, it's a full bird colonel.
Yeah,
it's been so long. It's I know a major.
No, that's a bird. That's a lieutenant colonel because it's a full bird colonel. Yeah, because you switch to the bird instead of the leaf, so it'd be lieutenant colonel.
Step right below general, from a brigadier general. Which when I was in the service, the job I did, we used to have to. I worked on one of those secret military bases
or for us Navy, it's a captain. It would be a captain.
Yeah, and we used to have the dog and pony shows where they bring in high-level military from, Germany, America, and then they bring in the three-piece suits. Those are the ones that when you got a suit coming in, we got some high-level power walking on here. Generals, dime a dozen. We were like, man, if you ain't got more than 2 stars on your shoulder, to me, you're just another Yahoo I'm giving the speech for. That was our attitude, even though I knew this.
You want to see a 3-star or 4?
Yeah. We'll see a 2, 3, 4. You get a 4, and we had 4s. I mean, you feel that power. And when in that room, you feel that power, that man that stated in front of you. Now, strip off that suit, and you could probably whoop his ass in a minute.
Oh, I mean, all of them. They're once they get to that point, they're just all basically have transformed into a politician.
Yeah, it's political. Once you get to general and above, it's mostly political, and the higher you get, the more political it becomes.
Full disclosure: my aunt is a general.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're one of them plants like an Alex Jones.
No. No, my actually I did one of my uncles before he passed, he was a major, and he retired as I was going in. Now my uncle's wife is the one who's a general now, and when I went in, I think she might have been just before she hit major.
Okay.
So this was years up till now. Now she is, but not when I was in.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you good. And I wanted to show you this because this is, I don't know. Did you guys ever see the show Years and Years?
No, I never heard of it.
Never heard of it. I saw this one clip. It made me have to watch the show. It is a British show, but let me show you guys this one clip here because this is where the Elons and stuff want to take things, and this is how they desensitize us to the stuff, seeing it here first. So check out this creepy ass. Don't ignore all my stuff on the side. I watch a bunch of crazy different stuff, but check this out.
2 of us. Hey, now that you're working, we can be ladies for lunch. Let's go. Thanks very much. Can I take a drink to order? We'll just have a look. Give us a couple of minutes. I wanted to explain. Your dad said you offered to pay rent, but there really is no need, honestly. But I've got work until the autumn. Active Essence isn't pulling out until October, so there's no emergency. We won't starve. And after that, well, maybe you can give me advice. When I went to university, they said accountancy was a job for life. But now, thanks to your lot, artificial intelligence can do my job in 1 second flat. I'm going to be quite literally redundant in every way.
Will you call me?
Sorry?
Will you call me?
You mean telephone you?
Yes.
When?
Now.
But you're sitting right here.
This is why I wanted to have lunch. You just phone me. Now. Hello, Bethany speaking.
Hello?
You phoning for Bethany?
Yes. What are you doing?
This is Bethany. Can you hear me?
Well, you're right in front of me.
But can you hear me down the phone?
Oh my gosh.
This is me. On the phone, I had it implanted. My hand is the phone. I can walk and talk because I'm on the phone inside my hand. I am the phone. This is what phones are going to be from now on. I have integrated. Thank you for your call. Subdermal implants. They charge themselves with motion like a self-winding watch. And it's on the 22 network. I get signal across 95% of UK mainland, 98 by next year.
When I phoned you, it was ringing. You were ringing.
That's the speaker. So small.
Okay, but when did you get this done?
That course in Winchester, I had one finger done every night. I still need to use a handset to phone out. Look.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, but look, I can't believe you had surgery without telling me.
Skin plants, not surgery, and I knew you'd be cross. But I'm 18, and you had that tattoo when you were 18, and it's the same sort of thing. And I wanted to ask you, will you do me a favor?
What?
Will you tell Dad?
Oh, sweet.
Please, will you tell Dad for me?
So hold on, let me close that out. But yeah, that is what they would like for us to go to eventually. I know that creeped you out just a little bit.
Not me, man. If you want to creep me out, you need to do a little bit better than that. But of course it is. It's the integration of transhumanism. These people talk about it. Ray Kurzweil, Elon. They want to eventually integrate human biology with technology. Think about this little thing. Then here's a little brain experiment, thought experiment. Nanotechnology. Yeah. They've talked about having self-assembling robots. They've talked about nanotechnology that can specifically go after specific cancer cells, deliver drugs, whatever. Self-assembling, right? Well, think about this. Let's go down the road in the transhumanisms down the road. Eventually, think about this with the nanotechnology. It's possible, at least in my brain, to build a neural network in vitro from the time of conception. So as the baby's body is developing the neural system, along with it is a synthetic neurosystem, which is fully Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and probably other technologies. So as the kid is growing, so is this neurotechnology within his body. So as soon as that kid pops out, boom, he's already hooked up to the system because he's probably been hooked up to the system before he even came out. No, you don't have to do anything. There's no phone implants or anything like that. No, the system is completely integrated into the entire biology. So the idea of us having a keyboard and a monitor to do inputting into the computer is going to be as obsolete as a horse-drawn carriage compared to a modern vehicle.
Yeah, therein right. You're getting to the real, like, literal matrix.
Exactly, and that's where they want to take us. And it's not me just talking about it. You just go out there and look at some of those WEF videos, some TED Talks, maybe some of those little, lectures, like 420 non-vaxxer. That's a good thing. If you're really into getting into some geeky stuff, what's going on, that's a good site because he talks a lot about this advanced technology and he shows these lectures that, you're not going to find on YouTube by searching. And the technology that they're openly talking about is mind boggling. Even for me, I've seen some of these videos and I'm like, They really have that stuff for their. Oh, this is creepy. Now come back. This is not the stuff that's been publicly put to the public, but it's stuff that exists, man.
Yeah, this right here, what Mac is talking about. I've seen this in my video I did a couple of years back to armed
Mac.
revolutionaries, and I was like, "Are you sure you really want to try to fight?" You know, considering what you'd be actually going up against. And this came up. This is one of the things I showed in my research, how they were already fusing some of this technology with insects to be able to use them as spies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, oh,
shit, man.
Till,
And the
your thoughts?
pigeons.
Huh?
Sorry, I just wanted to throw out the pigeons.
That's old
never
school.
seen no baby pigeon.
It looks like Jackie is ready to go. I'm like the furthest I would want to go is how about you guys got any gene therapy you can work on my knees, you know?
Stem cell therapy.
Some kind of prosthetic for my knees. That's about as far as I want to go.
How about just
I don't
grow
know.
a
Maybe
new
this
knee?
broken jaw that I have and broken fingers and wrists and all that maybe can heal up some of that stuff. But
Fucking get yourself a fast acting clone and just grow yourself a new knee and just have that shit transplanted. Put a new jaw in, you know, add a few inches. Just saying, well, that's more for me. You know, my clone, I'll be like, yo, a few more inches. That's it. All right. There you go.
Dave's clone's gonna be black.
Let's say
Yeah.
if we're doing all that,
BBC, pull down my pants.
Exactly.
You're like,
we're
whoa.
we're getting to altered carbon. We're getting to altered carbon level
Exactly.
right there, where you just have
Right.
basically a stack and you switch into another body. I think I probably want to be a couple of inches taller. I mean, not that I'm short, but you know, I wouldn't mind being a good 6'4".
I love having badass hair, man. You know, just that like
Fabio.
Thank you. That's exactly, you took the words right out of my mouth.
I felt it, Dave. I was like, oh shit.
Fabio. Or remember that composer Yanni?
Yes.
That dude with his fucking hair.
Are they gonna play that Highlander ass music that they had at like 3:00 in the morning on sci-fi? Like, that's gonna be the theme music. You know exactly what fucking song I'm talking about too.
I even put up with that if you give me a long lock of hair, man. You know,
heard.
I won't take the chip, but you know, I'll do a lot for good looking hair.
I don't know what I would do if I could be cloned, what would I be? I'd still be
me.
I'd still be me.
I'd still be me. I mean, only difference is just get rid of some of these injuries, you know, that I've had. Broken collar, dislocated shoulder. Like, get rid of some of these things so I don't feel these fucking aches all the time. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want my butt a little bit bigger. That'd be it.
Yeah, and I take, you know, and give me a couple inches taller. That's all. I mean, well, I got a bunch of 6'4", 6'5", 6'7", 6'8", you know, in my family. So hell, my cousin Colleen, she's even 6'3". And it's like, all right, you guys are all making me feel very short.
Sure, you don't got a few of those Anunnaki genes floating around in your family. We talked about that shit last night, man. Come on, bust out. We're amongst friends. Well,
no, I guess I'm like the average at like 6 foot.
I'm 5'9", 5'10".
Marcus didn't wake up for the height line. Like, I didn't wake up for the hotline. The hotline. I woke up for that one.
Well, Till, guess what? I only had one growth spurt.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped growing at 12.
What? You were 6 feet at fucking 12? They probably thought, holy shit, this guy's gonna be huge. All of a sudden you're like, yeah, motherfucker, on the playground. Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass, man. In a few years, the same dude you're kicking your ass has got a few inches on you, and you're like, wow, I didn't think that went out too damn good, did I?
Believe it or not, it was still one kid who was taller than me in school. Wow. He was like 6'2" at like 12.
Well,
you're like the male version of those 6th grade girls with like D-sized titties and shit like that.
Yeah, and it just
shouldn't happen, but it does.
I mean, I did have kids I was in school with that had like full beards at like 13.
Yeah,
I have a kid at my school right now. He just got a $1.5 million NIL deal. for basketball.
Mm.
Little motherfucker. That little motherfucker. This little motherfucker is 6'9".
Gosh.
Shit.
17, 6'9".
Holy crap.
And you want to know the crazy part about the kind of athlete I was at 17? I would have still tried to dunk on him.
I don't blame you.
You gotta do what you
I'll
gotta
see
do.
him in the hallways some days, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously he eats a lot, so I see him a lot. But I see him every once in a while. I see him in the hallway. I imaginary cross him up with my invisible basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how
You just run through his legs at that point.
that exactly, because he like giggles me off and goes, "Good morning, Miss Martin." I go, "What's up, baby? How you doing? You hungry? Well, you gotta wait till lunch." You know what I'm saying? But it's just those moments with him, or I'll be like, I'll see him down the hallway and I'll start dribbling an imaginary basketball, and he'll post up. Bro, this man's wingspan is my body. Okay, I'm only 5'2", y'all. I'm 5'2" and a sneeze. 5'3". If I'm feeling real froggy and I'm feeling like Napoleon, and you're not about to sun me, I'll tell you I'm 5'3", but I know I'm 5'2". Man, that man will post up on me. That man could squish me if he wanted to. These kids are fucking too tall. Now,
Well, I think that the radius of your arms extended out from tip to tip is the same as your
same
height.
as your height. Exactly.
Well, for most people, mine is like 6'4".
So
you got the freaky ass long. You got them freaky long arms. And you should have been a boxer, dude. Reach
I
out
did
and
box.
tap. Okay, that gives you an advantage when you got that extra 2 inches. You can just reach out, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's going like this, and you're like,
They
oh yeah, gotta have a nice long jab.
Yeah, dude.
Freaky ass arms.
Freaky ass arms, man. Long
And that's
freaky
why-
ass arms. Fucking
that's why-
Anunnaki jeans. Damn it.
That's why when like one of the times I broke my wrist, they were looking at it, was like, it looks like your growth plates, like all your growth plates didn't activate. So my growth got stunted, I guess.
Too much coffee. Remember when our parents lied to us because they just didn't want to share their coffee and would say coffee's going to stunt your growth?
I'm like, can y'all go in there and activate those growth genes and maybe get me to where I'm supposed to be? Because the average male has at least typically 3 growth spurts. Some have 4. So if I can get 2 more, that could put me about 6'3", 6'4" at least.
One thing I can say is my waist size is the same now as it was when I was in college.
Okay, slim thickums.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Well, that's the only reason. There's reasons why. It's because I ruptured my spleen when I was 9 years old, and I can't eat shit. So I intentionally kind of like a little semi-white Ethiopian motherfucker, so that's how I keep my weight down.
Yeah, I went from defensive back size to like now outside linebacker.
Hold up. So if something happens to your spleen, what?
Well, what happened is I ruptured when I was 14 years old, and it just caused just horrific digestive issues my whole life. So I can't eat a lot because I know if I eat a lot, I know isn't that sad. Then my stomach gets all fucked up, dude. And then I go through the episodes where it's imagine eating a handful of crushed glass, washing it down with a cup of battery acid, and having to go all the way through your system. That's what I've dealt with for most of my life, and that's why I started juicing a couple of years ago on every day to get most of my calories. It's because I needed to do something about it. So my curse, I guess, was a blessing.
Heard that.
It's all great. Yeah, it's like
you could be like me at like my heaviest weight ever. I won't even tell you what that is because you probably wouldn't even believe it.
Heaviest I got up to was 192 when I was in my early 30s. And that was just because I had basically traveling. I was on the road, and I went from going in and working in a warehouse of running for all day long to sitting in one place, eating fat breakfasts, fat lunches, fat dinners, and then going to hit in the bar for a few after dinner beers. And I plumped up in like 3 months, man, dude. Double fucking chin, triple jelly roll.
Me under 200 is very slim. Like,
yeah, 200 would be a good weight on you, man. I mean, you're 6
no,
foot.
that's even too small for me. Yeah. Like, well, because of like some of the muscle mass that I have, I would have to start cutting muscle at that point. Well, you don't realize I have tree trunk legs. I mean, I used to run a lot of hills and, ran high hurdles and, a lot of got track sprinter legs. And so I was probably, I want to say at 19, I was like 195 and I would be at like, I don't know, 8%, max body fat.
Yeah.
I mean, and I would cut down when I would cut down to super middle for boxing. I would literally be down to like 2% body fat.
Wow.
Like virtually no fat on my body. I would have to actually start cutting muscle to even hit my weight. So from me, 225, 230 still puts me at like probably what 12% body fat, 15% body fat.
It's pretty damn good, bro.
So I could walk around easily at like 240 and still not even be hitting overweight.
Wow. 240, I'd look like a fucking Oompa Loompa. Bald-headed Oompa Loompa walking around, man. They'd be like, yo, dude, is that the front or your back I'm looking at? I'm looking at your crotch or your ass. And I'd be like, take your pick, the same size, bitch. And give me another goddamn pizza and a Diet Coke.
See, now I got a pot belly still, but at right now I'm almost 290.
Wow. I didn't even think that you're that big, man. I really didn't. Yeah. Well, people carry weight differently.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
I mean, if you notice, I'm still, I have a little bit of muscle tone still, but just got the pot belly, love handles.
You got the dad bod, bro.
I definitely got the dad bod, but I got the kind of dad bod that you run into me and it's like hitting a wall.
Yeah.
He's a football dad.
He's a football dad.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember when I worked corrections, I would like break up a fight and I would be like, all right, now you two cut it out.
Good asset to have when you're a corrections officer, brother.
Oh yeah, they were like, oh yeah, don't mess with Officer Cage.
Well, I ain't got no weight compared to y'all.
No, but good things come in small packages, baby, and you keep it like that.
I know I'm fun size as hell. I'm a $140.
Like when I was married, my stepsons, one was 6'1", about 215, 220. The other one was 6'5", about 300 pounds. And they would hop on my back sometimes, and I would still be able to get up and throw them off of me.
Damn. I'd be calling 911.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Every time I do this goddamn show.
You're like every time you learn new shit about me.
This motherfucker's like, yeah, I was throwing kids. Wait a minute. Fuck them kids. You was married?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was those two. Like, I'd be sleeping and those two knuckleheads would jump on me and their friend Dustin. Dustin was a little smaller. He's like 5'7", 5'8". And so, yeah, you total that together. I was knocking. Well, back then I benched. I was benching around 400. And
fuck me. Dude, I'd do 135 and I need a spotter, man. Two big fat things on it. One. All right, you take it from me, man. Shit.
No, the assisted squat machine, I would do close to 1,000 pounds. So that's what I'm saying. I had like tree trunk massive legs. Well, I still do, even after the surgeries. My legs are still bigger than most other people. And big giant mailman calves also.
Some fucking Anunnaki genes. God dang. Come on, just admit to it. Bust out with Enoch. Just say, yo, Enoch was, I'm related. I'm not related to Enoch, but he knew my uncle. And old David and Goliath, well, Goliath is a distant relative. just admit it, brother.
Yeah, Dave, would you believe I had a 38-inch vertical before I tore my ACL?
What do we mean 38-inch vertical?
That's how I just from a flat jump straight up.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Or you're like a fucking cat. Jump up, turn around. Always land on your feet.
Yeah, I was just, that's what I said. I ran 100 meter, 200 meter, ran high hurdles, did high jump, long jump, triple jump. I mean, I just sport after sport after sport. I played everything I could was allowed to play.
Can I ask
No.
y'all a question? Why is the
Sure.
almanac ending this year?
The Farmer's Almanac. I think that because they can't afford to keep in business no more, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, come on. It's sad because the Farmer's Almanac is extremely accurate, much more accurate than our newscasters and some of these predicted computer models. But you know, when you want to move the people into a new future, you gotta take away their history. You gotta take away the history. I could be into it. That's my little conspiratorial mindset going off here, man. You know, shit happens in my brain. Like I was telling you earlier, Marcus, it's like fucking party up here. Got about 21 different voices all hanging out. Gets real crowded up in this head. Real crowded and real strange sometimes.
Well, I wish some of mine would like just take my hand and just start writing stuff for me. Because I'm like, hey, I got enough stuff going on right there.
Yeah, no shit. Y'all take this hand, you take this hand. Fuck it. You take a toe, you take a foot, and go to town. Just leave me alone. I need to think. I need to relax. I need some Zen time.
Maybe I can finish some of my writing projects and actually drop a couple of books if I ever take my time and do it. They're fiction.
You could always do the shortcut, right? Get down on some good old black magic, right? Maybe get a little of that Crowley shit going down there and learn how to do that automatic writing. You know, maybe consult Theosophy a little bit, Blavatsky, see how that bitch wrote it down. Or maybe, hey, Lamb, you hooked up fucking Crowley with the Book of the Law. Brother, hook up a brother, man. Let me write some of this shit. You might, I don't know. Anything's possible, brother.
I just need to like take a vacation and just sit in my apartment for a couple of days. Keep the TVs and all electronics off for a couple of days, and
you need to go to Narcopoco this year in PV, dude. quick flight down there, man. A week. Oh, it'll change your life, man. It'll change your life.
Like Zebedee. I've heard of Zebedee. But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, I don't got no other topics at this point. I'm just BSing around, enjoying you guys' company and in the chat also.
I'm ready to cash it in. We've been on 3 hours.
Yep,
and
I'm ready to go throw a little food in my belly, and I don't know. Let me check see if I have a link. I might swing by Saturday Night Anarchy for a little bit.
I'll text you. I'll send you the link. I'll just give it. I'll send it over. If you don't have it on the email, I'll hit you on Twitter, man. Just send it over there for you, Bob.
Because I did go into work earlier today, so I've been up since about 6 something. And if you guys know me,
you went to work today?
Yeah.
Damn. I had to work.
I just did a couple of hours. I was literally the only person at the office.
You had to run, and we're doing. We're replacing our ERP system, our computer system, going to a cloud-based system. And today was the last round of testing. So I had to go to the corporate office for a couple hours and kind of just run my scripts through and get everything approved. And when I was done with that, I'm like, yep, I'm going home. I got me some good coffee and a big bottle of Kirkland's Irish Cream. And it's only 8:30 in the morning. So I had to treat myself a little bit. After work, not before work, everybody. It's always after work.
Yeah. I figures Atras will show up right now, but yeah. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here, both of you? And those who don't know, Till has been doing her thing on the Dancer thing, so go check her out.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Mm-hmm.
Same socials, Voodoo in Nature on Instagram. You can catch me on Saturdays with Marcus until football season is over. Then we're back to Sundays. My TikTok, Waistline777. Catch me on Mondays with Steve, Crazy Ass, and Suge for Blunt Force Wisdom. And yeah. My birthday's coming up.
Happy birthday, darling.
December 6th.
You're still a youngin'. She's still a youngin'.
Yeah,
I know, because if I told y'all how old I was fitting to turn, y'all think I'd be lying.
Enjoy your hotness while your youth allows it, darling.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's right. I got my headphones on, so you won't be able to see it. But I was at work yesterday, and the light's a little different. And I was looking. I pulled my hat off for a second. I was like, Shit, I got white all through here. I couldn't see it.
Marcus has gray hair. I'm insane.
Oh Lord.
Look.
Look at that. You even got in your
I
beard.
got it in my beard already.
I don't have a single, knock on wood, I don't have a
Here.
single, I haven't noticed a single gray hair. I have no gray hair. When I tell men that I'm 35, they don't believe me. And then when I tell men I'm 35 with no kids, they really don't believe me.
Here, I'll put it on me and you'll be able to see.
Yeah, I see a few strands. They're starting to show there.
And I'm starting to get them here on the sides too.
Jackie and I are both Sagittarius. She's a Sagittarius too.
Yeah, nice.
And
Kindred spirits, baby doll.
I am an
spirits.
Aquarius.
Oh, I get along with them.
That's why I'm so odd.
I was born on May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. See, I always find a party on my birthday. Yeah.
You're a Cinco de Mayo baby?
I'm a Cinco de Mayo baby. 10:47 a.m. May 5th.
Hey, don't be giving out all your fucking birth chart information. You gonna have bitches out here doing voodoo on you.
Well, I was born on Groundhog's Day.
No shit. Right on, brother.
That's
Ain't we special?
I would say the holiday that nobody knows is a holiday.
And mine's just a made-up drinking holiday by the Liquor Corporation. So we're in the same boat, brother. We're in the same boat. Made-up holidays. But fuck it.
My tradition used to be every year I would literally watch the Groundhog movie, Bill Murray.
I love that. I love the one scene where the guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" He just looks at him. And
look at Wesley picking on me. Wesley picking on me now. Cute. He got a gray hair. I'm telling you, with the job that I have, trust me, by this time next year, it's going to be a lot more gray. When is Groundhog's Day is February 2nd.
See, that's why I shave my shit. Because I got my bald-headed yarmulke right here. I literally do. That's where I started going bald at 25. I was sitting there on the couch and I was gaining some weight, so I had a nice ass beer belly at the time. And my buddy looked at me and says, "God damn it, Dave. You lose any more hair, gain more weight, I'm gonna start calling you Chris Kringle the Jew."
No, I mean I still got hair.
Oh, you lucky bastard. Lucky bastard.
But here's one thing about mine though. My hairline, even as a kid, is always grown in crooked. So if I go to the wrong barber, they start cutting it back further and further. Next thing you know, my hairline's all the way back here.
Oh shit! You start looking like that former mayor of Chicago, that little insectoid looking bitch. Their hair's like that, you know. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Probably eventually I'll be joining you. I mean, I've seen a little bit of thinning starting in that back little area back there.
Man, when it gets to the point, don't fight it. Just shave it.
Oh, I'm definitely not. I already buzz my hair most times anyway, so I'm perfectly fine with shaving it all off once it gets to that point.
Yeah,
you just have to see all the dents and knots and stuff all over my head.
Yeah, you see it on mine, but you know, I don't see a barber. I spent a lot of money on barber bills. I'm my own barber.
Well, $100. I've been cutting my own hair for probably easily 10 years or so.
Yeah. And when you got just basic haircuts like ours, it's just easy, man. You get your clippers and you get your little pattern, and
sometimes I'll get a little fancy and I might fade it or leave a little bit more hair, but most of the time I just fuck it. Unless I got a special occasion.
What do you put it at? Number 2 and number 3? Do you go as high as a 4 or what?
Nah, I'll go down to like a 1 or a 2.
All right, yeah, that's right.
Oh, and then I'll line it up and everything.
All right, man. Fucking style it and shit.
No, but sometimes I'll fade it and everything and do all that too, but it just takes longer and a whole lot of staring in the mirror and switching guards and yeah, fuck all that. I ain't got time for it.
Me, it's once a week in the shower with my skull shaver. That's it. Get out. Hit the couple spots that I missed. I'm good to go.
Archer says he's cutting his hair right now. I probably need to cut mine too. Actually, it's been a little chillier lately for California with all the rain, and so don't mind having a little extra hair right now.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I live in beanies, man, in the wintertime. My bald head get real cold real quick.
As you can see, I always wear a hat.
Here's a beanie right here. You know,
I got used to the hats in my Navy days, so just got used to always having them on.
I do it because my damn head feels like an ice cube. I'm a boozy bitch. I am. That's when we're out kayaking. My buddy always, because he says, "You're a bougie bitch." I'm like, "Yeah, damn right. Don't you forget it." Spend a lot of money to be a warm little bougie bitch when I'm on my boat in the wintertime. So you can laugh all you want. As your ass is shivering and your teeth are chattering, I'm going to sit there and go, "Oh man, I think I'm a little too warm."
Well, I guess we can go on ahead and end it on there. We've been a little long. Oh, we didn't get all your plugs.
Oh yeah. You can find me on X, Twitter, whatever they're calling it this week, at The Real Natureboy. My show broadcasts live every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and that is The Third Rail with Natureboy. Find it on my channel on Rumble, AM Wake Up, TNP New Prisoners. It's also streamed on Studio 8424. I work on a syndication model. I home a shit out. I don't charge nothing, so I ain't a pimp. And audio podcasts wherever they're available. So if you like it, if you want to think, if you want to get pissed off, if you want to get tuned up, check me out. We'll have a good time. It's a little weird, but it's always fun.
Always fun. Well, that said, for those who are still planning on being up for a little while, make sure to go check out our friends over there, Saturday Night Anarchy. Yes. And you guys may see me over there. I think Dave said he's heading over there, right? I'm
going to go take a little break. Mother Nature's been calling me for the last 30 minutes. I've been ignoring that little bitch, but she's like, "Hey, you can only ignore me for so long, son.
Yeah,
I'm
only so long.
Only so long." So I'm going to go do that. Take a little break, and then if they're still going, which they should be, hop on, talk some shit, and hang out with some cool people, man.
Yeah, send me the link. I can at least come by for a little bit, show my face, and I know that my eyes will start getting heavy in probably another hour or so, and stomach growling. So I figure I can at least swing by, see what everybody's talking about.
I was about to say, what are they talking about?
Yeah, but yeah. Make sure, send me that link, and I will make sure to at least swing by for a little bit. I don't know how long I'll stay, but I definitely will come by.
It's all good. Say hi, everybody. Love to see your bright, shining face. And Teal, if you feel ambitious, your sexy ass is always wanted over there. You bring the life to the party, sweetheart. I don't care. You take a fucking boring conversation by two knuckleheads, and you make it fun, interesting, and a tad bit sexy, David.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
2 more weeks, y'all. Y'all get back to seeing my pretty ass face. Just 2 more weeks.
Yep, I know you got your fans out there. Yo, Nina, she plugged. I mean, but if you need her to plug again.
Who, me? Yo, Nina?
Yeah. She said you didn't plug.
Mondays, Steve, Shug, we're on Blunt Force Wisdom talking that shit. Dave comes and stops by sometimes too.
Hey, we all heathen shit.
You see me on Political Matrix Saturdays, unless football season starts sucking, and then we're back to Sundays. My TikTok is Waistline777 if you want to watch me dance. And my birthday is coming up. And if you want to send me money on my birthday, let me know.
Hey, let me know.
Hey, Thomas, baby, how are you?
I'll put the Cash App in the ticker. So let me know.
Yeah, I just dropped in.
Remember me when it's powwow season, because I want to come in. I have my regalia still, and I would love to come and dance in somebody's powwow. It's been a very long time, but I've been dancing so much this past year. I would love to go to a powwow. So keep me in the loop, Thomas, for that.
All right. And on that note, we can go ahead and wrap this thing up. Much love to everybody. Much appreciation. Whether you were here the whole show, you just swung by, whether you hopped in earlier, whether you hopped in later, whether you're going to watch this later and you're listening to my voice. If you haven't subscribed and you like what we're talking about, give it a chance. It's not going to cost you anything. And if you really liked it, share it to somebody and let them know we're out here. Invite them to the community. And on that note, we are out.
Peace out, guys.
Later, yeah.
There is discrimination in this world, and slavery and slaughter and starvation. Governments repress their people. Millions are trapped in poverty, while the nation grows rich, and wealth is lavished on armaments everywhere. These are differing evils, but they are the common works of man. They reflect the imperfection of human justice, the inadequacy of human compassion, our lack of sensibility towards the suffering of our fellows. But we can perhaps remember, even if only for a time, those who live with us are our brothers, that they share with us the same short moment of life, that they seek as we do, nothing but the chance to live out their lives in purpose and happiness, winning what satisfaction and fulfillment they can.